Good evening and welcome to Lovington Wildcat Football in your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. I'm TJ Miracle high above Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrolling the blue turf here at Brian Urlacher Field. As we come into this one, it is must-win time for the Wildcats. We are down to the final 2 weeks of the season, and we have got a heck of a district race, but more importantly, talking about playoff seeding. Of course, I know we'll be talking a lot more about that at halftime and in the post-game show. The Cats come in on a 3-game slide, and right now are 6-3 overall on the season, but more importantly, 2-3 in district with 2 games left to go after last week's heartbreak against the Gadsden Panthers. The Cats come in still in the max preps and the coaches poll at number 4, Deming right behind them at number 5. Deming is 6-2 on the year. They are 3-2 in district, and really it's kind of a race for third at this point with Artesia and Roswell High pretty much running away with it. There is still some hope that there might be a second place in there, but really I've got to believe that if you're one of the top 3 places in district, you're going to get one of the top 4 seeds in the playoffs. And that probably, well, that doesn't probably mean if you do get one of those top 4 seeds, that means you get a bye in the first round. So Lovington with a lot to play for here tonight as we prepare for what we hope is going to be a fantastic game. Last week, kind of just a game that I think maybe the Cats at times would like to forget. They took command of that game 14-0, and then just kind of went cold in the second half, came out, retook the lead in the third, and then battled back and forth in the fourth before ultimately falling in that ball game. In the game, Matthew Prudencio went 16 of 26 for 234 yards. He did have a couple of touchdowns through the air, one coming to Elijah Rivero and another one to Jaden Gutierrez. 317 total yards for the Cats last week, but they gave up about 330 yards to the Gadsden Panthers, who I'm sure are probably still celebrating that victory tonight. But you got to put that behind you if you're the Wildcats, and you've got to look forward to another big cat, in this case, another Wildcat on the opposite end of the field, Dawn.
Yeah, exactly. Definitely these guys are going to have to just use the losses as a learning experience and a little extra incentive maybe that, all right, we felt bad, we fought hard, came very close to winning a couple of games that we lost. We don't want that feeling again. We want to just put this right and get back on the winning track. Started off strong, still have a winning season. I mean, it's still a very good season, but they want to finish strong. They want to go ahead and try to win as many games or all of them that they can. I mean, their goals were to come in and to win the district championship and to make it into state playoffs and play for the championship again this year. I mean, they have their goals, and they have, just stumbled just a little bit, but they're being tested a little bit, and the coach has said that you don't appreciate what you have and what you've worked hard for until you get tested and you rise above that. You come out on top, better, strong. And that's the hope, and that's what they're working for. I know as a team, he wanted to see better unity, playing a little together, a lot more as a team, playing for each other, more of the same kind of camaraderie and the same kind of unity that they played with the first few games of this season. And it really made a difference. You could tell on the sidelines, you could tell it on the scoreboard, and at the end of the game. And that's what he's hoping the team will get back to, is just in the same kind of a team with the same attitude and outlook and approach to the games as they had the first few games, and to just get back to that and finish the season strong.
Well, and that's what it's going to be all about, is finishing up the season strong, because if you can do that, of course, I think the Wildcats are going to be assured a playoff position, even were they not to win another regular season game. Obviously, you do not want to go into the playoffs that way. So, very important games here, just if nothing else, then for seeding purposes. They've got to work on stopping the run. That has kind of been their weakness on the defensive end of things. They're not real consistent. Last week, they got run over, especially in the second half, as the Gadsden Panthers finishing up with Let me go find it here because I lost it all of a sudden. There we go, 158 rushing yards. It was actually closer to 200 rushing yards between about 6 different running backs. And so you've got to find a way to slow that down. And that's what the Deming Wildcats on the other side, that's what they do. They run. They run 2,800 yards through 7 games. Between combined rushing and passing, their offensive output, they're averaging right at just a tick under 400 yards a game, and most of it coming on the ground off the legs of Ryan Alfaro, who also happens to be their quarterback. So he's the one that you're really going to have to key on in the run game and in the pass game. But 3 out of every 4 plays, statistics tell you at least they run it. And when you see something like that and you see the quarterback, the leading rusher, and things like that moving through, you're probably looking at the RPO, the run pass option or the triple option, as the Wildcats break through Big O Cat down in the north end zone and out onto the field, led by the Taylor Middle School Wildcats, who I understand won the Border Conference earlier this week against Artesia, so congratulations to them. As our Wildcats are out there wearing the home blue unis, all blue with white letters and numbers, the white hats with the blue Cats and script on the helmet. For the visiting Wildcats of Deming, they are in the road white uniforms with navy blue letters and numbers and navy blue helmets. Their colors navy blue and maroon. Their coaching staff looks like they're all in maroon, and I'm pretty sure on the scorebug we have them set up as maroon. So the two teams have not met yet. I do not believe for the coin toss, have not seen that come through. So I guess we're going to do the coin toss as the captains meeting up with the officials on the sideline as we get ready to start this one off. The offense last week came out absolutely on fire, but kind of cooled off. And so finding that offensive rhythm and consistency is going to be important tonight, I think, too, for the Wildcats, Dawn, because if they can't punch it in, control the clock, move the ball effectively, it could be a very long night against these Deming Wildcats. And we are having a moment of silence here on the field, so we will take a 1-minute timeout, come back and continue. This is your Stone Oilfield Services pregame show here on Z94 KZOR. The Wildcats take a short kickoff and march it down the field and punch it in on a 3-yard handoff to Dallas Cardenas over the left tackle. And the point after by Caleb Aranda is good. And with 5:44 remaining in the first half, they took 6 minutes and 16 seconds off the clock. That is a dominating clock-killing drive and looked pretty good doing it. So the Cats will tee it up at the 40. Aranda preparing to kick it away. Deming will have their first possession. Something tells me that Caleb is probably going to try and send this thing up to Tatum. Don't let them get a return. They've had a little trouble with that too sometimes this year. Back deep to receiver Anthony Munoz and Julian Bustamante. Now they'll send a third guy back. I believe that's Alarcon. That may be Manny Lerma. Double check on that. So Aranda's got it teed up. As coming up to it is Caleb puts the boot into it. It is high end over end, but it'll be fielded back at the 5. That's Pizarro. He comes across the 20 and then dragging him down as he crosses the line at the 23-yard line. Good move there. That was Elijah Rivero running down and gunning on special teams. So now it'll be Deming's turn to take over, first down and 10. From about the 23, we'll see, 24-yard line. It is the Ryan Alfaro show like we talked about in the Stone Oilfield Services pregame show. He's the quarterback, and he's also their leading rusher. He's already got, I think, 1,200 yards on the season. This Deming offense, so very powerful, averaging almost 400 yards per game. So watch out. Isaac Martinez is the deep back with Alfaro from the shotgun. Twins to the left, twins to the right. Wildcats put 3 men across the front. Looks like they may bring a corner blitz. Hand it off to Martinez, and not a lot of room to run. Matter of fact, no room to run as he is going to lose a yard. As coming through the middle and coming up pumped is Valente Herrera as Val clocks Isaac Martinez. They're going to give him a pretty generous spot to the original line of scrimmage. So that'll get it back to the original line of scrimmage. And Manny, do me a quick favor and send me a text. Check the audio on the streams, please. Check the audio on the streams. And it'll be Alfaro, keeps it himself, starts it right, cuts it back left, trying to drag it out, and has a hesitation move, trying to get Lovington to overcommit. Will not. Alec Olguin hits him first. Kyler Reeves on the carry too, and on the stop too, and it'll be a 4-yard gain for Ryan Alfaro, and that'll bring up a third down and call it 6 for Deming on their opening possession of the ball game. 4 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Lovington took their opening possession down and drove it home. Now Deming trying to do the same thing. So on an important third down and 4, Deming going to send trips to the right side, single receiver to the left. Cats show blitz. Alfaro with the option look. He'll pitch it. Martinez near side. Has some room. Stiff arms a man. Crosses the 35 and is tripped up, but not before he gains 9. Make it 10 yards. So Martinez will move the chains for the Deming version of the Wildcats. It'll be first and 10 from the Deming 39-yard line. So from the 39-yard line, Dawn Morgan field side, I'm TJ Miracle. And Dawn, if you continue to have trouble, please just let me know and we can take it over up here.
I don't believe her mic is on.
Good observation, Abigail. I guess when I was messing with stuff to check that, I hit that. Sorry about that, Dawn. And
yeah.
So we'll throw it across the middle, and it'll be complete as they will toss that one out and get it to Max Allison as he's across into Lovington territory. Pick up a 14 on a quick hit on just a little slant there for Allison, and it'll be another first down for Deming.
Yeah, thanks for turning me back up. I had just texted you saying, hey, I think you've got me turned down. Do you?
It was while I was checking. I was informed that we were having some stream audio problems, so I was checking everything. Sorry about that.
Okay, I'm back. I just was afraid it was a technical difficulty with the mic, so good to know it's not.
It was technical difficulty from the booth. A Little brain problem there, and fake the handoff. Alfaro keeps it himself, sweeps it out to the left side. He's got some room. He's to the 30, to the 25, cuts it back inside to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and finally run out of bounds by the Wildcats. 37 yards on the keeper for Ryan Alfaro. As they needed to keep up with him, they did not that time, and that'll be the third first down on the drive.
Hey.
And so that'll bring up a first and goal now for the Deming Wildcats from the Lovington 9-yard line, trying to answer back immediately. And so now it'll be first and goal from the 9.
Important defensive stand here, a real test for the defense, and this is, on fresh legs, beginning of the game, they need to make the stop.
And the defense had a great stop at the end of last week's game that I'm pretty sure was called the wrong way. We're not going to dwell on that, but they proved that they could stand up and play big boy football inside on the line when they needed to. So first and goal from the 9, 3 minutes exactly remaining here in the first quarter. Alfaro hands it off. Martinez is hit back at behind the line and dropped at the 10. He's going to lose a yard as a couple of big boys in there on the play, and leading the charge there was Damian Munoz. It'll be a loss of 1 for Martinez, and it'll be second and goal from the 10. Good job on that one, but you've got to keep an eye, probably a linebacker or a strong safety, on Alfaro at all time.
Yeah, containing him, as you said in the pregame, is really going to be the key to tonight.
They'll split twins, make that trips to the right side, a single receiver to the left. Martinez in the backfield with Alfaro. Cat crowd making some noise. Put a man in motion, fake the handoff. Alfaro rolls to the right, looks, is hit. Back at the 15, gets away from one, now turns it up inside the 10, spins down to the 5-yard line before he is finally upended. I don't know how he got away, but he did.
He did. He got away from Chase Terrell, who had a pretty good hand on him. He just it slipped down, and even then, he did a shoestring tackle of it, just couldn't get him down.
So to the 5-yard line, but I think we've got a flag on the play. Yep, we do. We do have some laundry on the field at the 5-yard line. And it'll be holding on Deming. So that'll be their first penalty of the night. So back them up 10 yards, and we will redo second down. So second and goal, move them back to the 20-yard line.
Jaden Garcia coming out, and Adonis Chavez going in on the line.
So that'll wipe out that 5-yard gain for Alfaro. And it'll move Deming all the way back to the 20. 2 minutes remaining here in this first quarter. A fast-moving first quarter tonight. 7-0, Lovington in the lead. Must win for the Royal Blue Cats. Trips to the right, bunched up, single receiver to the left. Martinez in the backfield, fake the handoff. Alfaro looks to pass, has good protection, comes right side, wants it all, goes to the end zone and batted away at the last second. Jaden Gutierrez, good coverage, knocks it away on a pass that was on target as he was targeting Pizarro. Or pardon me, that was Munoz. And so incomplete, and it'll be third and goal from the 20.
Yeah, you tell Munoz had he took off, and it was almost really, really great coverage by Lovington to keep that from being a completion.
So on third and goal from the 20, you've got to think 4-down territory for Coach Morales and his team. Bunch 3 to the right side again, single receiver to the left. Martinez is on the left shoulder. Waiting on it, fake the handoff to Martinez. Alfaro keeps it himself, gets a block, and is hit at the 15 and just drags guys with him all the way down to the 10-yard line. I don't know what you got to do to bring this kid down, but you got to do something because he just picked up 10, and now it'll be fourth and goal from the 10-yard line.
The only way to stop him, I think, is hit him low and take him down. Make sure you complete it, or that you've got a secondary tackle coming to finishing him off. But you've got to hit him down low and cut his legs out from under.
A very good call there. So now it'll be, they're going to attempt the field goal.
Wow.
So this will be a 28-yarder off of the leg of Max Allison as he will put the boot into it. It is high and it is long enough, and it is good. With 53 seconds remaining here in the first half, the Let's see, that would be a 28-yard field goal is good, and so that will make this a 7-3 Lovington lead. We'll just keep it right here because we're getting ready to have the break.
Yeah, that was a head coach Bailey going by saying, good job, D, because, Lovington would rather that they not have any points on the board, but if Deming is going to score, at least it was just the field goal and not a touchdown and not tying it up or going ahead. So, yeah, it was a good job. It's a trade-off. It's a compromise there. But, yeah, you'd rather that they have the 3 rather than 7 or 8.
You certainly would. Dawn Morgan field side on the famous blue turf at Brian Urlacher Field. I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper running camera tonight. Abigail Schaus from the Lovington Schools with us for a little while, shadowing, of course, before the band heads off to perform tonight and then goes to state tomorrow. We'll try and talk about that as we get just a moment as Allison comes up, and he will kick that one short. And that one didn't get out of bounds, but I don't think Lovington got to it. I think maybe Deming got it, and they did. Deming got it. It'll be a turnover for the Wildcats. This has been another problem on those short kicks. The Cats show hesitation, Dawn, and that just let Deming get to it and grab it before it went out. Anything in that no man's land, if you are the back coming up, you've got to land on that thing and get it. You just gave Deming an absolute gift. Turnover Lovington on kind of a different kind of onside kick, but an onside kick.
Yeah.
And so Deming with a chance now from the Wildcat, the Lovington Wildcat 35.
Yeah, it was just a little pooch kick, and that is a weakness. Special teams have sometimes been a little lax on that, and they've Lovington's given up some points and some possessions because of that. But they've got to turn around here, maybe try to get it back.
Alfaro hands it off. Martinez right up the gut, takes it down to the 30-yard line, drags a couple of Wildcats with him. Jaden Garcia getting the initial contact. It's 5 yards for Martinez, and it'll be 2nd down and 5. Martinez, 4 carries, 14 yards. Alfaro, 3 carries for 51 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 5, 27 seconds to go. A 7-3 Lovington lead over Deming. Trips to the right side, single receiver to the left. Deming on the onside kick. Getting another chance deep in Lovington territory. Good snap, Alfaro going to keep it himself. Starts it right, cuts it back up the middle, and he is across the 25 to the 24-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Alfaro, and it'll be another Deming first down, and that should expire this first quarter of play. It'll be Lovington, no. Now they're going to spin the clock. There we go. And Deming's going to head over to the sideline, and after a quarter of play, it's Lovington 7, Deming 3. We'll be back in 30 seconds as Wildcat football continues in a moment. As there we go, we are back on the stream now. Just everything kind of off tonight. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. It'll be Deming football. Empty set in the backfield this time. They will put Pizarro in motion, hand it to Pizarro on the wide receiver sweep, and he is inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line. It'll be a 4-yard gain for Isaiah Pizarro, and it'll be second and goal from the 4.
Lovington, in order to stop Deming, they may just have to try to force a turnover because they have not been able to just completely stop or throw them for a loss. Deming has been just slogging it out, getting 3, 4, 5, 7 yards at a time and moving forward. And now at about the 4.5-yard line right now.
On a second and goal from the 4.5. 10 minutes to go in the half. Lovington holding on to a 7-3 lead, but Deming knocking on the door. Twins left, single receiver to the right. 2 tight ends in the ball game. Alfaro sends a man in motion, fakes the pitch, keeps it himself, sweeps to the left side, stiff arms a man, turns it up, makes contact at the line, and he will be into the end zone. 4 yards on the quarterback keeper, and Deming will take the 9-0 lead. And on the collision, we've got guys down on both sides.
Both Alfaro and Alec O'Gean are down. They hit like 2 battling rams that you see in Nat Geo videos. Their helmets collided and just rang both their bills, and they're both down right now.
You certainly hope they're both okay, and so we will take an injury timeout from here in Wildcat Country. It's 9-7, point after to come, but right now we're worried about the 2 players that are down injured. After the injury timeout, we'll be back on Z94 KZOR. As both players are up and off the field under their own power, Alec O'Gean and Ryan Alfaro had a collision on an Alfaro touchdown that gives Deming the lead, but less important than that is how is their quarterback, and you certainly don't want anybody to get hurt. With Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle, and they did take his helmet, and they spent a lot of time with him there on the turf, Don.
They did. Here's the deal. Olguin's helmet came off at the very end of that collision, and he was up first, limping a little bit, and then he got it together. Coach Bailey, one of the other coaches over here talking to him, he's good. He's okay. Of course, the helmet came off. They want to make sure it's okay. He's not going to be in, for a few plays. Now, Alfaro's helmet stayed on. They kept him down longer. They were taking a lot of time with protocol going through it, but he did end up. He was a little slower coming off the field than Olguin was, and they took his helmet off of him, but it did not come off. So he's on the sidelines trying to recover, and we hope both those players are going to be okay and back in the game.
Yes, we certainly do, as they will run two, and that one is going to bounce over the head. And so going back and just trying to make something out of nothing, Pizarro heaves it towards the back of the end zone. Nobody there and incomplete. So it was disaster that almost turned into 2 points. And the Wildcats of Lovington dodge a bullet right there. And with 9:56 to go in the first half, it is Deming 9, Lovington 7. We'll just keep it right here because we played a whole lot of spots, and we're going to have roughing the passer on Lovington. Are you kidding me?
Wow.
That was a busted play.
Yeah, I did not see that at all.
Wow.
And it was good coverage by Cardenas and Ochoa, keeping that from being a 2-point conversion. Deming almost made, lemonade out of lemons there.
They get another shot at it, though, because of the roughing the passer penalty. So they'll try it once again. And the snap straight to Pizarro, and he'll go right over his right guard, and he is going to be close. It'll wait until they unpile it. And the near side judge says no. The far side judge says no. And so the defense holds right there on the snap to Pizarro, and no good. So the score is still 9-7. So the roughing the passer penalty doesn't hurt the Wildcats. We'll just keep it right here and say a big thanks to all the good folks who make Wildcat football possible, including our friends at Bob's Thriftway, Eastern New Mexico University, Battle Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, Miko Services, Cannon Safety, Man Welding, Lovington Schools, Devon Energy, Western States Insurance, Stone Oilfield Services, First American Bank of Lovington, Lovington Auto Supply, Napa Master Plumbers, and the Lee County Electric Cooperative. I'm TJ Miracle, Don Morgan Fieldside, Manny V keeping an eye and an ear on things. Back at One Radio Square, Braden Cooper running the camera tonight.
Nice job by the Lovington defense there stopping that. It was a pretty obvious stop as they gave it to number 3, and he piled on top and never made it close. A really nice stop by defense, getting Pizarro to keeping him on the wrong side of the line there.
So Allison will kick it away, but look for the short kick. It was an onside kind of pooch kick that Lovington got a little confused on. Allison will come up on it, and it'll be another short one. Lovington will field this one at the 32, bringing it up to the 35. That is Ochoa staying on his feet across the 45 and out near midfield. We've got a flag on the play back at the Deming 45. Something back there generally denotes offsides. If it's offsides, I'm thinking you decline it. You take the results of the play. You don't give them another chance to kick it. And Lovington did say, we'll just take the result of the play. We're fine with them being offsides right there. So Lovington will have it 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line, trailing by 2, 9:48 to go here in the first half. Bunch them in tight on the right side, single receiver to the left. Good snap, hand it to Cardenas. He will go right into the teeth, crosses the 50 to the Deming 49-yard line. Tough running inside for Dallas, 5 carries, 19 yards. But it keeps him in front of the down and the chain, and so that'll be a 2nd down and 7. 3 yards at a time translates to first downs and then touchdowns.
Well, it certainly did for Deming on their drive. That's how they got there. They didn't have a single real big play or breakaway. They just marched down the field. And now Lovington, well, however they get it, they want to get on the score, want to get ahead of Deming again. This is a team you can't afford to be trailing by 1, 2, 3 points, any points.
So Lovington will bring it back out. Single back in the backfield, 4 receivers set. High snap handled by Matthew. He'll dump it off. Gets it to Cardenas, and he goes forward, and he'll get about 3, maybe 4 yards on the completion. So just had to dump that one down. Good coverage. So Cardenas with another 3. And it'll be a 2nd down and about 4, call it 5. 3rd down and 5, pardon me.
Right.
So 3rd and 5, ball spotted at the Deming 47-yard line, 8:50 to go.
And Aranda over here warming up against the netting again.
Twins left, Twins right. Prudencio checks off the play. He'll send a man in motion. That is Rivero. Rivero sets up on the left side, tucks in tight. Back to pass. Waiting. Matthew guns it across the middle. Low throw, but it'll be complete to Jaden Gutierrez across the 40 to the 37-yard line. 10 yards to Jaden and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Yeah, excellent. Way to go. And this is what Lovington wants to do. And taking a little time off the clock isn't bad, but you definitely have to end this possession in the end zone.
Yes, you
do. Get however
do.
many points off of it you can.
From the 37-yard line, 1st and 10, Wildcats in Deming territory. 8.5 minutes to go first half. 9-7, Deming in the lead. Lovington's defense holding steady and forcing a field goal on Deming's first possession, but then Deming with a short kick that Lovington just seemed to not know what to do with. Got it back and had a short field to work with. Twins to the right. Now Deming going to come up and show blitz, and timeout going to be taken by the Wildcats. Is something there they weren't ready for, and with 8:11 remaining in the first half, it's Lovington trailing Deming 9-7. Back in 30 seconds on Z94 KZOR. Lovington takes their first time out of the half on a 1st down and 10, as Deming showed they were going to bring everybody, including maybe the kitchen sink and the bus driver. And instead of risking changing the play at the line, Coach Bailey just takes the time out to reset things.
I think if they could have brought down some of their fans in the visiting stands on that blitz, they would have as well.
I think they would have. Lovington will put 2 tight ends on the right side, send a man in motion. Hand it off. Cardenas is hit in the backfield. Nowhere to go as Dallas is dropped after no gain. Might have given him a half yards, but not any more than that. As breaking through is Christian Almares, the defensive tackle who just came through and crunched Dallas right as he got it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, Westbrook coming at the end of that as well, kind of adding insult to injury. He's a big guy too.
So on a 2nd down and 10, the Wildcats in Deming territory. Deming 37-yard line. 9-7, Deming in the lead. Bunch them in tight with an extra tight end on the left side. Now they'll shift around. And they'll come over to the right side. Single receiver to the left. High snap, pitch it to Cardenas, turns it up, gets a block, but then good coverage and good closing rate there. Dallas is chopped down short of the 35-yard line.
By Pizarro.
Pizarro came through and chopped him down after just a 1-yard gain. He had a hole there, but Pizarro closed it up. And so now it's 3rd down and 9 for the Wildcats. They've had some success passing the ball. Prudencio was 4 of 5 for 60 yards.
You really have to go back to the air this time. The only problem is Deming knows that too.
Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Cardenas stays in the backfield with Prudencio. Looks like they're going to try and bring 4. They will. Prudencio tosses out with a man almost open and then almost picked off as flashing out of nowhere. Julian Bustamante knocked that one away, intended for Patrick Sanchez. That kid's got some good closing speed as he slapped that one away. It looked like Patrick was going to be standing by himself and have room to run, but now it'll be 4th down and 9.
Ouch.
And so, Coach Bailey, what do you do here? I think you've got to go for it.
You do, because you're too far away to try to kick the field goal. You don't want it to you go for it. Over downs, they're still not up to the 50-yard line, still not midfield, so worse.
Yeah, I think at this point this is the smart play. And they're changing the play as the offensive coach's staff sends it in. Now they're ready. Ochoa will be in the backfield. Waiting on it is Prudencio. Rolls right, looks, looking, fires, finds a man, and skips in on the turf as that one bounced in. Towards the intended target, incomplete, and it'll be over on downs to the Deming version of the Wildcats.
Prudencio is getting heavy pressure, almost a sack on him by Westbrook.
And so that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for Deming with 6.5 minutes to go here in this first half of play. Deming leading 9-7 as the Wildcats kind of stalling out a little bit once they got into Deming territory. They have ratcheted up the defensive pressure. So now it'll be up to Lovington's D to see if they can keep pushing back. And taking a look down to see who the quarterback is, and it will be Allison in to take over the quarterbacking duties as he will hand it off on the near side. Martinez crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line before he gets upended by Kamina Ochoa. But he's going to still pick up 5 yards on the play. Martinez, 5 carries, 19 yards. Brings up a 2nd and 5.
It was a pretty good fake handoff there, and some of Lovington's line bit on it, but luckily not everybody. Giving up 5 is better than giving up 10 and getting him a first down right away.
So Allison still in at the quarterback position for the injured Alfaro. He still doesn't have his helmet on the far sideline. Fake the handoff. Allison looks to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Now he'll tuck it. Take it himself. He's got some room on the left side. Crosses the 50 and will slide down at the Wildcat 45-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 5, 9, 14 yards for Allison, and it'll be a first down for Deming.
There's the first down we were trying to avoid.
And so inside Lovington territory, Deming on the move again with 5:40 to go, a 2-point lead, 9-7. Lovington's D trying to find a way to slow down the run juggernaut that is Deming. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Hand it off, and coming up the middle is Martinez. He'll cross the 45 down to the 42-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4. They'll just keep chipping away if they can. And it'll be 2nd down and 6. Clock continues to move, and Deming will have the ball to start the second half. Something worth remembering. Deming would like to get this into potentially 2-3 score swing here late in the first half, and it could very well happen.
A stop. Gotta have a stop.
Yes, you do. Fast-moving first half. Send twins to the left, twins to the right. Allison with Martinez in the backfield with him. High snap, handles it, keeps it himself. Nope, he will hand it off. Martinez right up the gut, and Kyler Reeves brings him down at the 40. It'll be a pickup of 2. So Martinez picking up the load with Alfaro out. And so now it'll be 3rd down and about 3.5. Ball right at the 40-yard line. They've got to get it to the 37, so 3rd down and 3. Clock continues to move with 4:20 remaining, a very fast-moving first half. Both teams have, for the most part, kept everything on the ground. Combined, we've had just 9 passes between the two teams. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Hand it off, and Martinez with a little room. Pardon me, that's Pizarro, and he's going to be close to the first down as we got some extracurriculars going on behind the play. No flags on that. And it looks like Pizarro is going to have enough for the first down. He needed 3. He got 3 in 1 foot.
Yeah, Ochoa trying to stop him before he got that first down. He made a stop, just not quite soon enough.
So move the chains. That'll be the 7th first down of the half for Deming, as they are driving into Wildcat territory.
And Deming, even under a new quarterback, their line, they haven't blinked. They've just, stepped right up and kept right up just like they were under Alfaro.
So it'll be 1st down and 10. Deming inside Wildcat territory. Lovington Wildcat territory. Allison with it, looks to pass, wants it all. Goes up the far left seam and has a man, but a flag flies, and I think they are going to get Lovington for pass interference. As it was okay coverage down the field there, but I think contact made
at the very
right
end
before Chase Terrell making contact, and so that'll be another penalty on Lovington. Pass interference on the Wildcats, and that'll be a free 15 for the Deming version of the Wildcats, unless they call defensive pass interference. Pass interference on the Lovington Wildcats. Their 4th penalty of the night for 30 yards, and it'll be an automatic first down for Deming. The Wildcat faithful on the home side not liking it. The Wildcat faithful on the other side really liking it.
They're going to spot it right at the 22.
So 1st and 10 from the 22. Deming knocking on the Wildcat red zone. With 3:26 remaining in the first half, they're trying to tack on to a 2-point lead. Twins to the left, twins to the right. It'll be Pizarro in the slot on the right side. Allison is the quarterback. Fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, goes left, has a little room, but closed off as he had to slow up a little bit as Patrick Sanchez got to him, and then going over and cleaning him up is Jaden Gutierrez. He's going to pick up a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down and 9. And actually,
they're going to keep it right at the 22.
So no gain on the play, and Ochoa on the stop. So Deming is just going to continue to eat as much clock as they can. We are under 3 minutes to play. They've got it 2nd down and 10 from the Lovington 22. Have not had too much trouble running the ball at all tonight. They are over 100 rushing yards in the first half. 4 receivers set. Once again, send a man in motion. They will hand it off to that motion man. That is Pizarro, who gets to the 20 and then gets blown up as Lovington's line did a nice job collapsing in on him. Pizarro, 4 carries, 9 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 8 for Deming.
Very nice job by the line. Coach is happy with that, but it's all about the next play.
Yes, it is. So now it'll be 3rd down and 8. With Max Allison, the backup quarterback, still in the game. The sophomore signal caller. Where's number 81? I don't remember the last time I saw a quarterback wearing number 80, but
that's a lineman's number, right?
It's a wide receiver's number.
Oh, okay.
Trips to the right side. Allison to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Guns it over the middle and has it complete. And the back judge is actually going to be credited with the tackle as it gets to Pizarro. He's down to the 10-yard line. It's a 10-yard completion, and it'll be 1st and goal now for the Deming squad. And I think Lovington should probably give a helmet sticker to the back judge there, because I think he may have saved a touchdown. And they're going to spot him just outside the 10, 1st and 10 from the 10.5-yard line, and whistles as a timeout going to be taken by Lovington. So the Wildcats facing 1st and
it's 11.
1st and 11, yeah. 1st and 10 from the 11. So a timeout. We'll take it with them. We're back in 30 seconds on Z94 KZOR. And out of the Lovington Wildcat timeout as Alec Olguin is checked back into the ball game. So Lovington trying to figure out how to hold Deming out of the end zone. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. The Deming Wildcats on the march. Lovington trying to find a way to stop them. Allison still in the ball game. Has Martinez on his left shoulder. Hands it off. Martinez sweeps it to the left side. Has some room. Gets a seam. He's across the 5. Dives to the right pylon and is going to be out at the 2-yard line. Martinez found another gear there, and he winds up with 9 yards on the sweep there.
Yeah, the pylon went down, but it was just as a result of the collision taking him out of bounds at the 2.
So it'll be 2nd and 1 from the 3. For Deming is 90 seconds left in the half. They lead by 2 and are trying to tack on to it. High snap, it is handled. Direct snap to Pizarro. Goes left side, and he will cross the line over his right tackle, and he is into the end zone. Pizarro takes it 3 yards to the house and will put Deming up by 8. 15-7 is the score with 1:28 to go in the first half and the point after to come. Now the question is, will they go for 2 to try and make this a 10-point ball game? They're bringing the kicking unit out. So try and make it a 9-point game.
They're showing kick.
And they've got a new kicker in the ball game. Nope, that's Allison again, and he will kick it up and put it through. And so with 1:28 to go in the first half, Lovington trailing Deming 16-7. We're back in 1 minute as Wildcat football continues on Z94 KZOR. Short kick for Allison, and it'll be fielded by the Wildcats as bringing it up is going to be Elijah Rivero. He's across the 25 out to the 28-yard line before he is brought down. So Lovington with 1:20 to work with, and they are going to need to take it 71 yards to see if they can get back into this one. A 9-point lead here for Deming, and Deming will have the ball first in the second half.
So it's going to be really important if Lovington can to get down the field quickly, get a score on the board.
Definitely need to find a way to do that. They have not gone to the air much tonight. They've chosen to try and keep it on the ground. Right now, 32 rushing yards. They've had some trouble. Trips to the right side, single receiver to the left. Prudencio back to pass, throws it to Olguin. Nice to see him back in the ball game, and he will drag a Deming Wildcat with him across the 30 out to the 33-yard line. So it'll be a quick hit complete to Alec Olguin. Nice to see him back, his second catch of the night.
It is.
Lovington in the hurry-up offense. Twins left, twins right. On 2nd down and 6, Prudencio throws that one and short-hopped it. Not sure he knew exactly who was going where. So it stops the clock and will bring up 3rd and 6.
And, you know, he might have just decided, since he didn't have somebody just right away that he could throw it to, that at least, if it was incomplete, it would at least stop the clock. Give him a little more time to regroup.
So 3rd down and 6 for the Wildcats. Under a minute to play in the first half here on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington. Z94 KZOR Hobbs app, Lovington Sports YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com. And, did Allison jump? Nope, they're going to say he didn't.
He jumped, but just didn't cross the plane, I guess.
Yep, trips to the right, twins to the left, changing the play at the line. Good snap, Prudencio with it. Good protection, guns it across the middle, across the 40 to Cam Ochoa. He's out to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 for Cam, and it'll be first down for the Wildcats.
Hurry up, hurry up. They're ready to go again.
Yes, they are. Trips right, twins to the left. Now they're going to start the clock, and they will spike it down. And I like that. That gives them a second to breathe.
That's true. And it took about half a second off the clock with that.
Yeah, 44 seconds to go. And so one of the Wildcats tying his shoe down there. You got to make sure that those are all laced up tight. And now they will start the play clock.
That was, I believe, Sanchez.
And now a whistle is going to sound.
And now we've got somebody tying their shoe on the Deming side.
That'll be Pizarro. I can see his number from up here.
And now he's checking with the
and not going to charge anybody a timeout, I guess, but
equipment.
So Lovington has got the first down. They're just their 4th first down of the first half. But now we're facing a 2nd down. And they actually put the ball where it got spiked, so it'll be 2nd down and 13. Yeah. Not that it really matters with 40 seconds to go.
Now
and
the refs
I don't know what they're all talking about.
Yeah, they've got all their heads together, though.
Yeah, okay, but Coach Bailey was asking, and I think that's the right, that is the right call. It's like an incomplete pass. It's
Okay.
not. It's not
The
a kneel.
spike.
It's not a kneel down.
Okay.
So the spike is like it is an incomplete pass. That's how it goes in the book. And I was thinking, well, they've made some rule changes. Maybe I just missed that one.
So they took that back to just 1st and 10.
Yeah, 2nd and 10 now.
2nd and 10 now, right?
Yep,
Didn't lose any yardage off the spike.
correct. So now trips to the left side, single receiver to the right. Cats trailing by 9, under a minute to play. Prudencio rolling right, gets a good block, is just going to have to tuck it, take it himself. Keeps it, and he will run out of bounds just shy of the first down mark, but he gets out of bounds, which stops the clock. So it'll be 3rd down and 1, as the near side judge has got him marked short of the first down.
Wow.
So it'll be 3rd down and less than a yard, 37 seconds to go, as that pulled 7 seconds off of the clock.
Still, at least if he ran and got out of bounds and stopped it, though.
That's
and he
the
made some forward progress.
Yes, he did. So 9-yard pickup. Trips left, single receiver to the right. High snap, Matthew handles it. Steps up in the pocket, pump fake left. Now he's going to roll left, looking. Another pump fake, looking, pumps, throws, complete. That'll be caught at the 30. Coming back to the near side before he gets taken down and hit a couple of times. Little pylon down there. But that'll be complete. Jaden Gutierrez will take that one 16 yards. And that'll be Jaden's second catch of the night. And that'll bring up a 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. 23 seconds to go. Waiting on it. High snap. Prudencio handles it. Tosses it left side. Complete to Patrick Sanchez, who's going to pick up 5.
And gets out of bound quickly, so only a couple of seconds comes off.
And so it'll be 2nd down and 5. For the Wildcats, 18 seconds to go. They are on the Deming 26-yard line.
Got to take some bigger bites here.
You
if
got
they
time
don't-
for 3, maybe 4 plays if you can run them quick. So from the 26-yard line, Wildcats in Deming territory. 3 receivers left, single receiver to the right. Ochoa in the backfield with Prudencio. Matthew rolling right with a man with him. Hit as he tossed it and incomplete. And that's not awful that Rivero couldn't hold on to it. It stops the clock.
Right.
And it saves him a little time, because if he catches that one, you're going to run another 2-3 seconds off the clock.
Right.
So
He
it's
was-
3rd and 5.
He had curled and then started coming back and came back just a little too much, and the ball thrown. He just had time to pull up his right hand and get a hand on it.
And I believe that was Isaac Guerrero that hit him, and he timed it out well, and a timeout is going to be taken as Lovington will take the timeout. 13 seconds to go here in the half. We'll be back in 30 seconds on Z94 KZOR. Out of the Lovington timeout. Actually, it was Deming taking the timeout as they were back on their heels just a little bit. 13 seconds to go here in the first half. Lovington trailing by 9, 16-7 is the score. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium. Don Morgan patrolling Wildcat Brian Urlacher Field. Braden Cooper on the camera. Manny V keeping an eye and an ear on things and producing and engineering back at KZOR tonight. So on 3rd and 5 from the 26-yard line, more importantly, just 13 seconds left. Empty set in the backfield, trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Low snap, it's handled. Matthew rolls, looks, has time. Now he's going to get flushed, coming left side. Dumps it off, and it'll be complete to Rivero down at the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 11 to Elijah, and it'll move the chains. 1st down Wildcats, their 6th of the ball game, but that took a long time to develop.
It
They've
did.
got time for one play. They're going to the end zone. They've got to.
The good thing about that was Prudencio had tons of time. It was really great. The offensive line did some clean hold. They didn't get called for holding or anything. They gave him time. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time to waste.
Now decision time for Coach Bailey. 5 seconds to go. You've got to go to the end zone here. They'll split out, twins left, twins to the right. Olguin in the slot on the left. Gutierrez in the slot on the right. High snap. Matthew with it. Final play. Slides left. Looks. Fires. Goes to the back of the end zone. Leaping. Tipped. Caught. Touchdown. 6 on the board. Touchdown Wildcats as they get her back. And hello, Patrick Sanchez. 13 yards to the house. Patrick Sanchez off of the tip gets Lovington right back into this one.
And that, again, was good coverage, giving Prudencio the time to look. And then Sanchez did an excellent job. He was really tied up early. He got himself free and clear. And with his height, they were able to connect with each other.
Now the point after to come, as the referee is now he's telling him, okay, is Lovington going to go up and count and make sure everything's fine? So trailing by 3, trying to get it back to a 2-point ball game. Out of the hold of Olguin, it'll be Aranda to kick it away. Snap is good, the kick is up under pressure, and it is good. We head to the half. The Lovington Wildcats trailing the Deming Wildcats by a score of 16-14. Our Bob Thriftway coaches conversation coming up here momentarily, as Don Morgan awaits Coach Bailey. An exciting game here as Lovington scoring a touchdown in each half to start the game and then to end the half.
It will take a bit for him to get down here.
Yeah, Deming will have the football to start the second half. Deming scoring 13 points in that second quarter. Of course, we'll have your Bob Thriftway coaches conversation here momentarily, then your Napa Know How halftime show, Don.
Yes, Coach Bailey,
Hey,
congratulations. Nice score right before the half. Good momentum to take in there with you. First half, what did you see? What did you like? What did you not like?
I mean, we're playing hard. I think we're really, really close to a lot of good things. We're just barely missing here, barely missing there. I really felt like we played good. And, I mean, the score doesn't show little bitty things here and there, but I feel like we played pretty good.
You're only 2 points off going into half. Unfortunately, don't have the football to start the third half, but what's the message going to be to the team in terms of containing Deming at halftime? What are you going to tell them?
Well, I mean, obviously we got to get a stop right here, and then we got to go score. And I know that sounds simple, but that's just make this game simple. One step at a time, do our job. We're explosive as heck. We just got to go. They're playing way, way, way back on us on offense, and we had a situation right there which makes it really hard to go score with their playing way back there, and we still got it done. So we can still run the ball if they're going to play way off, and we can throw those short passes. So we'll be okay.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Our Bob Thriftway coaches conversation with Coach Josh Bailey. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, come back with your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know How halftime show. Wildcat football continues in a moment on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, at some point you will, my friends, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa, get up and go. So at halftime, the visiting Wildcats of Deming over our home Lovington Wildcats, 16-14. How did we get here? Well, let's take a look at things. For the Deming Wildcats, their two quarterbacks, Ryan Alfaro and Max Allison, go a combined 2 of 3 for 24 yards, no touchdowns and no interceptions. Not a lot of passing attempts for this Deming squad. We didn't really expect to see much of that. So 24 yards through the air. Now they have been grinding it up on the ground. Leading rusher is Ryan Alfaro at 5 carries, 61 yards, including a 4-yard touchdown before he went out injured in the first half. We'll have to wait and see if he returns in the second half. I know Deming certainly hopes that he does. Isaac Martinez with 8 carries, 34 yards. Isaiah Pizzato with 5 carries, 12 yards, including a 3-yard touchdown. And Max Allison with 3 carries for 22 yards. So you add it up, 24 through the air, 129 on the ground is 153 total. Deming was flagged one time for 10 yards in that first half, and it turned out to be a big 10-yard penalty that forced them to kick a field goal on their opening possession. Deming with 9 first downs in the first half, scored 3 points in the first quarter, 13 in the second, and no turnovers in that first half. Turning the page for the Lovington Wildcats, Matthew Prudencio goes 10 of 16 in the first half for 122 yards and a touchdown, a thrilling last-second touchdown to end the half. 13 yards to Patrick Sanchez. Sanchez with 3 catches tonight for 31 yards. Alec Olguin back in the game after a scary collision with Alfaro, but he's got 2 catches for 38 yards. To lead in the yardage category, Jaden Gutierrez has kept 2 drives alive with his 2 catches for 26 yards. Cam Ochoa kept a drive alive too, 1 catch for 12 yards. So on the ground, it's been kind of hard going for the Wildcats. Dallas Cardenas leads the way, 7 carries, 20 yards, including a 3-yard touchdown run to start the scoring tonight. Alec Olguin with a wide receiver pitch. And end around, 1 carry, 4 yards, 2 carries, 8 yards. Cam Ochoa and Prudencio at the very end of the half, 1 carry for 9 yards. 122 through the air, 41 combined on the ground. Lovington with 163 total in the first half. They were flagged 4 times for 30 yards in the first half, scored 7 points in the first, 7 in the second to get to their 14. And they had 6 first downs in the first half, but more importantly, they had a turnover, which really turned into the difference of the game because the Deming Wildcats were able to take that turnover and turn it into points. And right now, that is why they have the lead in the ball game. As the Big Blue Band is on the field performing their state championship show. They will go for the state championship tomorrow up in Albuquerque. Big congratulations to them getting there for the first ever state marching band championship competition, and hopefully they will bring home the Big Blue Trophy. And hey, they win every halftime, so maybe the Big Blue Trophy will be theirs as well. Dawn Morgan, keys to the second half.
And just to make a comment about that, you know, we watched this band put their show together meticulously. They did it in segments. We watched that show from the very beginning, the first game of the season, as they put each segment together. They put it and they conquered, and then they looked good. They put the next segment together and the next segment, and they finally put it completely together. And they had their game, so to speak. And then they've just been polishing and perfecting it ever since, both the look and the sound. And I think that's a good game plan for anybody. Is it just take it in steps. And Lovington is they took a couple of steps back with a couple of losses, very close games. and almost, but they don't want to continue to step back. They've got to take those steps forward and put this game together a little more, come up with a big second half. Deming has played just very quietly, and even with the loss of their starting quarterback, they kind of just picked up. They looked very comfortable. Now, offensively, they really weren't as explosive and as productive without Alfaro, but a lot on the second half will depend on whether Alfaro comes back in or not. I think that Lovington, is maybe able to perform and execute just a little better against them if he's not in the slot in the second half. But they can't worry about that. As Coach would say, they've got to worry about Lovington. They've got to make sure that they're as strong offensively as they can. They've got to come out. They play best when they have that explosive offensive production to really fuel them. They play best when they have good defensive, gritty, good defensive stands to feed off of, and they're going to need both, and they're going to need perfect special teams. They're going to need to not make mistakes, and I think that's the single biggest thing, is not make mistakes, because Deming is a team that isn't making very many mistakes, and they're taking advantage of Lovington's.
Well, they certainly are. And just a quick note, I think we're getting some comments on the social media channels. We are actually not allowed to have the band's performance. You can see them in the background, but we cannot just turn the mics on and let their music come through, because we do not own the rights to that music. We actually we had to go through a whole lot of stuff to keep the channels up after the last time we did that. The rights holder, it's okay for the band to play it, but it is not okay for us to rebroadcast it in any way, shape, form, or fashion. The rights holder to the music that the Wildcats, the Big Blue Band, is doing, will not release those rights to allow those for us to broadcast. So I know there's some folks out there who might like to see the band, and we can certainly show you the band, but we cannot have the music coming through. So just an explanation in the funny world of music licensing. I know not the lesson that you wanted or needed tonight, as the band is recognizing their seniors. And, Don, I think you're right. Deming did a much better job in that first half of not making mistakes and of capitalizing on mistakes. Lovington can afford no more turnovers. One turnover, and that's enough. And just was looking back over the notes here just a minute ago. When Lovington has lost the turnover battle, they've lost the game. They've won the turnover battle 5 times. They've lost it 3 times, and that's their exact record, 5-3. So important that Lovington, if they can force a turnover, do it, but you can't afford to make any more mistakes in the second half. I think the defense is going to have to come out and get a stop, or nothing more than a field goal on the opening drive for Deming. I think that is going to be key to this second half for the Wildcats.
Yeah, definitely. If they can do all of those things that you and I mentioned, then I think that they're going to come up, on the winning side on the scoreboard tonight. They've just got a 2-point deficit right now coming out, but it is going to be very important, already down by 2, to contain Deming on this first possession for Deming in this second half, and try to hold them, stop them, or force them to cough up the ball, or at least turn it over on downs. By saying that, Lovington cannot afford to do that when they have the ball. So as you mentioned, and we talked about, fewer mistakes, that's going to mean a success on the scoreboard in this game.
Well, it certainly is. And you mentioned special teams. When the ball is out, you go for it. If it's another one of those squibs, those little short pooch kicks, whoever's closest, if you can't field it cleanly to return it, just fall on it and take the ball right there. There was a little confusion on that, what turned out to be an onside kick and turnover. There can be no confusion on that, and I would have a feeling that the coaching staff is talking to their special teams players, especially going, well, all right, we've seen it, we've adjusted to it, and they did. And I will say they did a much better job adjusting when they saw it the next time than they did that first time. But one time may be all that is necessary to flip the script. So now Lovington just has to be aware of it and prepared for it.
Absolutely. Sorry about that. I was getting a little interference on this end. But yes, and this is going to be, this game. They don't want another close to lose this game at all, but they certainly don't want one of those that's just heartbreaking, that comes down where you put your fate in the hands of referees and of calls, whether they go good or bad, go against you. You just got to try to stretch this out. Lovington needs to come out, grab the lead, and get enough distance between them and Deming that it doesn't come down to final possession, final play, or a good or bad call, or a call that goes against you at the very end of the game.
Yeah, I would think you are. I know you're absolutely right on that, and we've been on the bad end of that the last 2 weeks, 2 gut punches. So Lovington trying to fight back from that and get back into the win column and keep their hopes of a potential bye in the first round alive. As the Wildcats are back out on the field, going to prepare their warm-ups for the second half. We will take a quick timeout. This has been your Lovington Auto Supply Napa Know-How Halftime Show from Lovington Auto Supply, 217 West Avenue D in Lovington. When you need the Napa Know-How for your car, and trust me, my friends, you will, get it from the good folks at Lovington Auto Supply. Lovington Auto Supply in Napa. Get up and go. And we go to the second half after this 3-minute timeout. Wildcat football continues on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR. Getting ready for the start of the second half of this one. Lovington trailing Deming 16-14. I'm TJ Miracle, high above Wildcat Stadium. Dawn Morgan patrolling the blue turf of Brian Urlacher Field. Braden Cooper running our camera tonight on YouTube at HobbsAmerica.com. And Manny V back in studio engineering and producing. And Evie Stuber keeping an eye and an ear on everything back at One Radio Square tonight. So first drive of the half going to be extremely important. Dawn, I've got to ask this question. We know Coach Bailey can sometimes be a gambler. Do you try the little short kick or an onside kick to start it?
I don't think he's going to. I think you could. It might be considered, but I don't see them trying it, but I could be totally wrong. As you said, we do a lot of guessing, prognosticating, and trying to predict what the coaches will do and what the head coaches will do, and we'll just see. But you're asking me? I think when you're 2 points down, I think it's something to consider. I think it is something to consider. Do you think? I think that he's a little more conservative at times, and if this were, midway through the fourth quarter and you're down by 2, yeah, you do it. But starting off the second half, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm kind of torn on this one, and you can make the argument either way. And just looking at the alignment they've got out there, they've got 5 men across the front, 3 about 10 yards back, and then you've got a huge open space of about 45 yards. If you could get Caleb to just pop one in there and get your gunners down there into open space, I don't know, maybe you try it, but I don't think he does in this situation. I think he relies on his defense being fresh out of halftime to not only slow him down but stop him. So Aranda prepares to kick it away. Lovington will be playing from the south to the north. Caleb will kick it off towards Tatum, and he does try the little short one. That one bounces. It is loose on the turf. It is a mad scramble for it, but I think Deming going to wind up with it, as it was a fight between Isaac Gamboa and a couple of Wildcats down there.
Wow.
And it will be Deming football, but he rolled the dice and went for it.
He did. And
that one needed to be about 3 yards further,
But still, it is interesting. We talked about it and thought it could go one way or the other. And interesting to note that in this situation, he went for it. So, yeah, I think it's gutsy. That's a gutsy call.
I think it's a gutsy call, and I think it's the right call. It tells, and it also sends a message to your team that we're here to punch him in the mouth, and we are here to win it. Alfaro still not back out on the field. My guess is he is done for the night as Max Allison will lead his Deming Wildcats onto the field, and now we've got whistles and timeout taken by Deming, so they burn their first timeout just 4 seconds into the half. So we'll just keep it right here and say a big thanks to the Lee County Electric Cooperative, Master Plumbers, Lovington Auto Supply, Napa, the Miko Companies, First American Bank of Lovington, Stone Oilfield Services, Devon Energy, Lovington Schools, Man Welding, Cannon Safety, Eunice Pump and Supply, Battle Energy, Eastern New Mexico University, and Bob's Thriftway. And also thanks to Connie Severe over at Western States Insurance. Connie, one of our video-only sponsors. So out of the timeout, 1st and 10 for Deming. They will have it at their own 39-yard line. Lovington puts 5 across the front. They send Pizarro in motion. They fake the handoff to him, and they will give it to Martinez, and he will get to the 40, and then he will be dropped. A couple of Wildcats coming out from the bottom. Kyler Reeves coming out under there. Patrick Sanchez, too, from his strong safety position. It'll be a 2-yard gain for Martinez, and 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, and Lovington's defense did not bite on the fake. And not only was it a fake handoff, but, he followed through with a fake throw as well, just in case he had anybody coming. But Lovington's defense sniffed that one out.
So on a 2nd down and 8, they'll split a man wide to the left side. Going by himself is Cole Donaldson out there. Twins to the right side. Fake the handoff, looking to pass. Allison back, has time, guns it across the middle, and there's the turnover we needed. The pickoff is right into the hands of Chase Terrell, and the Lovington Wildcats with the INT and turn it over. It's Lovington football. They needed the turnover, Dawn. We talked about it. They got it.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, if you can't, keep the ball on an onside kick, 2 plays in, take it away from them. Now, Lovington must take the ball and get down the field and turn this into a score. They can't waste this INT. This is the turnover they needed against this team for sure. Got to make it count.
Just on the Lovington side of the 50, 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. Trips right, single receiver to the left. High snap, Matthew handles it. He'll keep it himself. Swings to the left side. Pardon me, that's Cam Ochoa, and he will cross into Deming territory. Pick up 3, make it 4 yards on the direct snap to Cam Ochoa. And so 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 6 for the Wildcats.
And I like that call as well. Lovington looks like they've come out and they're ready to shake things up. They're ready to try to catch Deming unaware, to throw some fresh plays on him, to take chances. I like this.
In Deming territory, it'll be 2nd down and 6. 10.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Twins to the right, single receiver left. Split backs in the backfield, direct snap to Jaden Gutierrez. Jaden will keep it. He'll fly, sweep it up on the right side, and he will be down right at the first down marker as Jaden Gutierrez takes the snap from the quarterback position, gets 6 yards, and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Yeah, I like this a lot. Be aggressive, come up with something different that Deming hasn't seen maybe, they're not ready for, take them by surprise. Perfect execution. You've got to have perfect execution when you call for and do a different play like that, and so far, so good.
So far, so good indeed. Single receiver to the right side as the Lovington Wildcats wait for it. Hand it off, coming left. That'll be Ochoa. Gets away from one, lowers the shoulder, and bangs forward to the 35-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 there for Cam. And that was some tough running as he got out of the first attempted tackle. Fabian Gutierrez got a hand on him from his defensive end position, but then he went over and was finally taken down by Julian Bustamante.
The feeling I get from this Lovington team right now is even better, even more positive than when they started this game. This feels like Lovington. This is Wildcats rolling.
Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. It'll be a Wildcat once again. The option pitch going to the right side, and Dallas crosses the 30 to the 29-yard line. 6 yards on the option pitch from Ochoa to Cardenas and move the chains. First down, Wildcats. Their 8th first down of the ball game, now inside the 30-yard line.
Exactly what they need to do. We talked about the important scoring of this first possession would be. It just came a little earlier than we thought, and now they definitely can't afford to slow down and get stalled out. They've got to keep this momentum and this energy moving forward.
Rivero by himself to the left side. Prudencio with 2 backs behind him. Hand it off. Cardenas goes right. Flag on the play. It'll be a hold. That should be a defensive hold.
Back
as Donovan Westbrook grabbed a hold of Rivera and just slammed him to the turf and then sat on him, but that's in the neighborhood of an offensive hold. It should be a defensive hold, but I bet it's on the Cats. Of course, we've talked about it before. You could call a hold on both sides every play, and they'll point towards Lovington, and it will be holding on Lovington, so it'll wipe out the gain and move them backwards. 5th penalty on the Cats tonight for 40 yards, and so it goes backwards. Back to the 35-yard line. They need to get it down to the 19, so it'll be first down and 16 now for the Wildcats. As checking in for Lovington, Jaden Garcia back in the ball game.
Ochoa comes out.
They're getting a little extra heft on the line. Twins to the left side, single receiver to the right. Send a man in motion and hand it off, and going over, that is going to be Dallas as Cardenas gets it about 5 yards up on that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, yep, give him 5. And he still didn't get all the penalty yardage back. So it'll make it 2nd down and 11. 31 yards on 9 carries for Cardenas. Averaging more than 3 yards a carry, that's okay, but they've been some tough yards. Now Twins to the right side, single receiver to the left. Cardenas is the deep back behind Prudencio. Matthew with it, pitch it. Cardenas left side with some room. Gets it to the sideline, and we got another flag on the play. I think we're going to have an illegal block. It would be a pickup of about 8, but I have a feeling this one's going to come back on a crackback. So let's see. So pickup of 8 is going to be wiped out. The question is, what's the call? And it'll be another hold on Lovington. So another penalty. Their 6th of the night now for 50 yards. And so now they go from 2nd and 11 to 2nd and 21. Make that 22. So 2nd and 22. As Rivero will check back in the ball game. Lovington moving the wrong way. Had all the momentum, but the penalties are kind of starting to hurt him as Cardenas checking out. He's rehydrating on the sideline. Put the tight end sets in. Now they're going to split Gutierrez out wide to the left. Pressure comes. Prudencio rolls away from it. Steps up, fires underneath, complete. And that'll be to Sanchez across the 35 to the 31, 32-yard line. Pickup of 9 to Patrick Sanchez. So he gets most of the penalty back, but it is 3rd down and 13 for Lovington.
About not losing momentum, about being able to keep forward, not shooting yourself on the foot. Lovington's starting to do that, but they can keep rolling. They could get this yardage back. It's just a shame. Without the penalties, they'd be almost in the end zone by now, probably.
Yes, they would. Good snap, fake the handoff, pressure, dump it, underneath. Complete, Gutierrez with a block. He's across the 20 to the 15, cuts it back at the 10, puts 6 on the board, touchdown Wildcats, 32 yards. Jaden Gutierrez to the house. Got a great block down the field from Elijah Rivero and puts it in, and the Wildcats go up by 4.
What a nice run that was. It was a nice short pass and a right on target. And then Gutierrez, he was able to step over. He had to do some tiptoeing down the sidelines and step around and over some potential tackles and some. He got some tackles in front of them to make that a little easier, but he didn't.
Yeah, good
didn't
blocking,
go down.
And we're actually going to have a face mask personal foul penalty, and I think they will assess that on the kickoff on the Deming Wildcats, and Lovington will go for 2. Direct snap to Olguin. He takes it in, and a helmet comes off of a Lovington player. But he's got it back on. He's okay. That was Zach Diaz, and the 2-point conversion is good. Put 2 more on the board, and the Cats up by 6. 22-16 Lovington, 7:13 remaining in the half. We're back in 1 minute here on Z94 KZOR. The Wildcats take advantage of an INT, take it 51 yards to the house, capped off with Jaden Gutierrez, 32 yards, and then the 2-point conversion is good. And there was a unsportsmanlike conduct, face mask penalty, personal foul, so 15 yards assessed on the kickoff against Deming, and I think maybe you think about doing that onside here once again, as Aranda will come up to it, and it will be another short one, and a fair catch signaled for and made by Manny Lerma. Kicked it right at him. But, hey, that's what you got to do. You got a free 15. You only spotted him maybe 10 yards. I think that's an okay call there. She's Dawn Morgan fieldside. I'm TJ Miracle, high above the booth. Braden Cooper, our camera operator tonight. Of course, after tonight, 1 game remaining in the regular season. And that'll be next week in Santa Teresa. With Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Lovington now leading by 6. Allison sends a man in motion left to right. Hand it off, and that'll go to Martinez. He sweeps it left, gets away from 1, gets away from 2, and just keeps going and trails it out and is going to wind up with a 9-yard gain. Lovington has got to keep somebody out there. They can't bite on that initial fake and get everybody in between the hash marks, or you're going to see 9 yards like that every time.
We've got just a 6-point game going. You can't afford to just try to start to trade touchdowns with Deming and let them get too much.
Yeah,
really need to stop here.
Don't want to make this a track meet.
Oh, no.
Twins to the left, Twins to the right. And, yeah, if it goes to that, it becomes a last possession ball game. Yep. Hand it off again to Martinez, and he is going to be down across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Pick up a 3, and it'll be another Deming first down, their 10th of the ball game. 48 yards on 11 carries for Isaac Martinez, averaging nearly 5 yards a carry. I have a feeling Coach Perales pretty happy with that number. Lets him control the clock. Now he'll check out, and they will have a new back in the ball game. Split twins to the left and twins to the right. Once again, 4 receiver set on 1st down and 10. Deming from their own 41. Hand it off to the new running back who gets out of an arm tackle and then gets up to the 45-yard line and is driven backwards. Pizarro another carry. And he's going to get, we'll call it 3, make it 4 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 6.
Now, nice job for the D. They came out really, they found him early, sniffed it out, found him early, and clobbered him.
Can't just try the arm tackle, though.
Right.
They did that, and he just slipped right through it.
He's a small guy. He's quick. He's fast. He's powerful. He drags you with him. You got to get him down. Got to get him low.
Yeah, got to wrap up and get him low.
Right.
So now on a 2nd down and 6, Coach Bailey asking the crowd to get up and make some noise. Allison back to pass. Is hit as he lets it fly down the far sideline. Complete and then incomplete as it is dropped. Never with possession, and so a bullet dodged right there. A very good throw from Allison, who got hit right as he let that one fly. Good pressure coming in from Gabrielle Maldonado, and Gabrielle managed to hold off and basically pull off after the ball came out, so he didn't get a roughing the passer penalty. And so it'll be incomplete and 3rd down and 6.
Chase Terrell downfield with some pretty good defensive coverage there.
So on a 3rd down and 6, 5:17 to go in the 3rd. Wildcat D trying to hold here. They'll stack twins on the right side and on the left. Allison with it, looks to pass. Pressure comes, flings it down the near sideline. Intercepted as the Wildcats go up and get it. As that is going to be Jaden Gutierrez with the INT. And Lovington will get the football back at around their own 35-yard line.
Sparks making things happen. This is the Lovington Wildcats we know, and we're glad to see them back.
So the 2nd INT of the half gives Lovington the football back at their own 35-yard line. Good job there by Jaden Gutierrez, who just got the touchdown a moment ago. Now he gets the INT.
And it came from sticking with his man. He was on his man from the snap and didn't give up and looked back, saw his chance, grabbed it, took it cleanly.
Empty set in the backfield this time for Prudencio. Trips to the right, twins to the left. Send a man in motion, that is Ochoa. Fake the handoff to Cam. And now rolling, firing, going, and that one is going to be almost picked off as Elijah Rivero turns from intended receiver to defender as Julian Bustamante almost getting that turnover right back. So the Wildcats dodge another one there. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, it looked to me, I was holding my breath that was just a few yards in front of me here, and I thought Bustamante had it, and I was so glad to see that did not. That just was incomplete. Yeah, we'll give up. We'll give up the down. That's fine. Just don't
give up the ball.
That's right. Don't give the ball back to Deming.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. Ball officially spotted at the 34-yard line inside Lovington territory. Shift Sanchez over to the right side, tight end position. Hand it off as that's Ochoa. He's going to cross the 35 out to the 37-yard line. Pick up a 3 there for Cam. 5 carries, 21 yards for Ochoa. And it'll be 3rd down and about 7 now for Lovington.
These 3rd downs, they're so important to try to convert on the 3rd down. Got to keep it moving forward.
Yeah, and if you're Lovington, you're only up by 6. I think you would want another score here.
They certainly do.
And so an important 3rd down and 7, trying to cash in on a turnover. Hard count. Deming moves but doesn't bite. Changing the play at the line. Prudencio ready for it. 3 receivers to the right side. Good snap. Has time, fires, gets it on the underneath route. It'll be complete as Olguin gets away from 1 but can't get away from 2. Crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line. He'll be shy of the 1st down. It'll be a 4-yard completion to Alec. And now it'll be 4th down and about 1.5 yards. Decision time for Coach Bailey.
Wow, it is tough. This is a tough one.
I think you go for it. You've got it. It's a free possession, basically. This is about where they had it anyway.
Right.
I think on 4th down and 1.5 yards, I think you can go for it here.
All right, I agree. That looks like what they're doing as well.
So it'll be twins left, twins to the right. Prudencio waits for it. Pump fake, comes underneath, gets it to Olguin. He gets away from one, and he'll be just shy of the 50 as he got away from Pizarro and then got clocked by Munoz, but not before. He will pick up another 8 yards and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Oh, yeah, we'll take it. And that is just a further confidence builder and booster for these Wildcats who need to march down the field. Just put it in.
Alec Olguin, 4 catches for 50 yards tonight. Ball spotted just shy of midfield, right on the big cat at midfield.
As he comes off, and let's see, 29 Chase Terrell goes in.
So Terrell into the ball game. He'll go into the middle position on the right side in a 3-receiver set. Good snap, handed off, sweeping out. Ochoa gets a block. He's across the 45 and down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 for Cam. A shoestring saving tackle there by Vicente Chacon, who brings him down, but 11 yards for Ochoa, his biggest run of the night, and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. If only Chacon hadn't been there with that tackle. He had blue field in front of him forever.
So now inside Deming territory. Deming shows blitz. They'll put Terrell in motion from the left to the right. Prudencio waits for him to set. High snap, get it, hand it off. Cam this side again. He's got some room. He's across the 30, leaps over a man to the 20, and then pushed out of bounds inside the 15, down to the 5-yard line as Munoz will push him out at about the 7-yard line. It'll be good for 33 yards. First and goal, Wildcats.
Yeah, and that was Munoz who pushed him out. Otherwise, again, that would have been an end zone dance. He did get a couple of blocks in front of him, but he tiptoed the sideline really well on that, stayed in bounds.
And they're going to say that he actually nipped the sideline up at the 14-yard line. So it's still good for about 23 yards.
On the door in the red zone.
Yes, they are. So first and 10 from the 14, 2:20 to go. Here in the third quarter, Wildcats trying to cash in on another Deming turnover. Direct snap, flag on the play, as down to the 5-yard line is Dallas Cardenas, but I think we're going to have a hold, so it is coming back.
Ouch. Just the 5-yard kind?
Nope. Well, it's false start on Lovington.
Oh,
so,
okay.
hey, now that's just the 5-yard
That's just
kind.
5-yard, yeah.
You like that a lot better, and I think just getting a little bit antsy. And when you have a new quarterback in the game, or somebody running the quarterback and asking for the snap, in this case, Dallas Cardenas, the cadence can be a little bit different, and your linemen, your receivers, some guys can hear some stuff different, and, sometimes you can just jump. It happens.
Olguin comes out. I think that was Gutierrez who went in.
So it was Gutierrez. We have confirmation of that. Good eye, Dawn. And so it'll be first and 15 from the 19-yard line. Lovington deep inside the territory, and it'll come to Gutierrez, and he will throw it underneath and not able to pick it off of the turf as trying Gutierrez.
Patrick Sanchez over there.
And just threw it a little bit short. Gutierrez is, of course, not the quarterback.
Nope.
And so I will mark that down as an incomplete by Gutierrez.
And it was actually Prudencio that they put out here on the left wing.
So it'll be a 2nd and 15 from the 19-yard line, as they ran a play very similar to that last week and had about the same result. But occasionally, if you do it, it'll work. Prudencio back at the quarterback position. They'll put Gutierrez by himself out wide to the right side. That's Cardenas, tries to sweep it to the right, comes back left, drags a couple of Wildcats from Deming with him. Going to be awful hard to drag Donovan Westbrook anywhere he doesn't want to go. He's listed 6'2", 245. I would say probably 6'2", about 285.
He's what you call an instant anchor if he catches onto your ankle. You're going down, you're going to stay there. However, Cardenas just continuing to fight forward. He got probably another yard and a half.
So it'll be 3rd down and 12 after that 3 yards by Cardenas. Ball spotted at the 17, make it the 16-yard line. Good snap. Prudencio rolls right, looks right, pump fake, comes underneath and skips it in, and a flag on the play. And I have a feeling we're going to have a hold on Lovington, because that is in the neighborhood of a hold.
Flag came out almost immediately there.
And I would think that maybe Deming would decline this and take the result of the play.
Right. Because then they'd be at 4th and 12.
It would be 4th and 12, and then it would be another decision for Coach Bailey. Do you kick the field goal or do you go for it?
Right.
So let's see what the Whitecap has to tell us, and it will be holding on Lovington. And Deming decides to accept the penalty, so that'll be the 8th penalty on the Wildcats for 65 yards.
Ooh.
And so move them back 10. I'm a little surprised at this from Coach Perales.
Reeves comes
and
off.
Nope, they are going to decline it, and I think that is the right call if you're Deming. So you'll take the result of the play, and that'll make it 4th down and 12. Offense stays on the field.
Yep, Sanchez came in.
And now they're going to send the special teams in. They are going to attempt the field goal up by 6, trying to make it up by 9. With 1:26 remaining here in the quarter, protection is going to be key here. It'll be a 32-yard field goal attempt for Caleb Aranda. Out of the hold of Olguin. And jumping off was Deming, so that got him 5 free ones. And will move them closer, and so decision time once again. 3rd penalty on Deming for 30 yards.
Makes it 4th and 7. Nope, kicking team. The special team
stays.
Still out there.
So 4th and 7, that'll make it much closer in from the far hash mark. And they will put that one down at the 17-yard line. So a 27-yard field goal attempt for Caleb Aranda from the far hash mark. Caleb going to have to bend it towards. Good snap, good hold. The kick is up, it is high, and it is good. And with 1:21 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, it is Lovington 25, Deming 16. We're back in 30 seconds on Z94 KZOR. The Wildcats take advantage of another Deming turnover and turn it into points. A 27-yard field goal by Caleb Aranda. And that makes it a 25-16 Lovington lead, 9 points. Their biggest of the ball game, ties the biggest lead for either team. Let's not forget, though, Don Morgan, that Lovington was down by 9 at one point, and they came back and now lead by 9. So we've had a 19-point swing here. You cannot rest on your laurels. There's still 13-20 left to go in this ball game.
And you still can't afford to make mistakes, especially on special teams. So this is going to be an important kickoff here. Let's see.
I think Caleb probably tries to send this one up to Clovis if he's got enough leg to get it there. I think he will. I've got to think not going to be a shorty this time, and they have backed some guys up into that mid-range. So Caleb comes up with it, and it will be another short one. That'll be another fair catch asked for and granted to Manny Lerma. So he'll have it at the 30-yard line. But that's smart on Deming's part to do the fair catch. That way there's no chance of turning it over.
Right.
And it's smart on Lovington's part too, because I mean, even if Caleb kicks it through, if he doesn't get it out of the end zone or to the end zone, it's returnable, and sometimes they've been a little iffy on that, so it's okay. I'm okay with this at the 31-yard line. I think that's just smart football.
Yeah, and I think it's a good thing that Lovington went for the field goal in that situation. At least make the turnover count for something. Make points out of it.
As the quarterback is Allison, fakes the throw, hands it off, and flags fly everywhere. As I think Patrick Sanchez may get himself whistled for a roughing the passer.
And the Whitecap is the one who was...
Or it could be a hold also up on the line, which would wipe out about a 4-yard gain. And it will be holding on Deming.
Deming. Nice.
So Deming's 4th penalty of the ball game for 40 yards collectively. So it goes from 1st and 10 to 1st and 20. Take them back to the 21-yard line. So 1st and 20 from the 21. Lovington up 25-16, but Deming not out of this yet. Of course, Deming losing their all-world quarterback, Ryan Alfaro, on a touchdown run. And I think it's smart keeping him out. You've still got to play next week against Gadsden, and for them, that's a big rivalry game. Fake the handoff, back to pass. Allison wants it all, goes down the seam, picked off again, third INT in the ball game as the turf monster comes over and will take out Chase Terrell, his second INT of the night. Chase is probably still running if the turf monster doesn't get him. But
I think here's what happened. He looked over and he saw Brian Lobato, number 25, coming at him hard, and that hesitation is what made him just kind of slip and go down a bit. He was going to go down anyway. Lobato was closing in on him.
So that'll be the third turnover of the night for Deming. And Lovington will have it on the Deming side of the 50. So from the 49-yard line, Lovington with a chance to put a little daylight between themselves and the other Wildcats in the house tonight. High snap. Cam will bring it down on the direct snap, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then flags fly as Omar Fernandez brings down Cam Ochoa, but I think we've got a hold on Lovington as the back judge already ready to march off 10 yards.
Right, and he's turned around, ready to march it off against Lovington.
And it will be holding on the Wildcats. And so that will be the 8th accepted penalty on Lovington for 65 yards. So that'll be first down and 20 as it'll take it back to the Lovington 39-yard line. That hurts because it was actually behind the line of scrimmage. So it'll be first down and 22. Patrick Sanchez comes into the ball game. 1 minute exactly remaining here in this third quarter on Z94 KZOR Hobbs Lovington, the Z94 KZOR Hobbs app, Lovington Sports YouTube, and HobbsAmerica.com. Split backs in the backfield. Prudencio thought about handing off, but nobody home, so he'll roll, fire, complete at the 45-yard line, and stepping out of bounds. As that's Rivero, who's going to get 10 of the penalty yards back, his second catch of the night for 22 yards. And so I think that was kind of a busted play, but we got another flag on the play, another hold, I have a feeling.
This is hurting Lovington too much. One or two here or there, but you have enough of these in a row. You keep marching back down the field. It just negates all the good you're doing.
Yeah, you're moving backwards.
Exactly. And it takes the air out of your sails. I don't like that. It takes the momentum.
And it'll be illegal man downfield on Lovington. And so I think that's just a 5-yarder instead of a 10-yarder, but still. That'll be 9 penalties, 70 yards on the Wildcats, and it'll go from first and 22, and we'll wipe out the completion. So from first and 22, it'll go to first and 27 now.
Basically Hobbs and beyond.
I was going to say, moving that way, you got to get to Tatum. So.
Yeah, well, that's true. Well, moving them back, though, toward moving
them back towards Hobbs.
Yeah.
They're in Humble City, to be sure. Fake the handoff, and then throw that one in over the head of Rivero and almost picked off. So incomplete.
It's kind of just squeaked in and out, slid in and out.
So trying the quick pass, and I like that. Get it into the hands of your skill players and let them make a play. That worked with Gutierrez on his touchdown earlier. 49 seconds to go. Second down and 27.
And the sooner that you can get it out of the quarterback's hands, you're not relying on the line to hold the Deming defense, and you don't tempt, fate into drawing a holding penalty.
As Rivero going to come to him by himself to the left side, you've got Gutierrez up high on the right. Good snap. Hand it off on a little reverse that does not go anywhere as Dallas Cardenas is going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Just to the delay, trying the misdirection, lose a yard on the play, and so now it'll be third down and 28.
Ouch.
So third and Tatum from Humble City. Lovington is about where the big Wildcat is on the field.
Got to come up with a big gain here. Got to come up with a big play.
Nothing else. Just get it a little further up so you can flip the field on the punt.
Right.
Empty
and pin
set.
them back further when you do.
Empty set in the backfield. The 3 receivers are on the right. The Twins are on the left. As Rivero just going to let the clock run out on the third quarter. I like that. We head to the fourth quarter. Lovington 25, Deming 16. We're back for the fourth quarter in 1 minute on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to Lovington Wildcat football here on Z94 KZOR. Third down and 27 for the Wildcats as we start this fourth quarter of action. Lovington winning 25-19, are in the lead. You hope it turns in to a win, at least if you are a Lovington fan. 3 turnovers in that third quarter for Deming have given Lovington back the lead. So third down and Hobbs now. Back to pass.
A lot of time.
As Prudencio, he does have time. Now he's going to be flushed. Goes to the left. Lets it fly. Going down. And why is that not pass interference? As the intended target down the field was getting held on to before the ball ever got close to there. It is incomplete, and the Wildcats slow to get up. Incomplete. No flag on the play. The intended target, Patrick Sanchez. As it looked like Anthony Alarcon had grabbed onto him, was holding on as the ball was coming out. The ref didn't see it. And so it is fourth down and 27 and punt time for the Cats.
Nice try.
So you cashed in on the first 2 turnovers, but the penalties, 2 holding penalties and an illegal man downfield penalty on that one just puts you backwards. And that means Deming's got to be feeling pretty good about it. Good snap. And that one going to be popped up. And it'll go out of bounds just on the Deming side of the 50-yard line. So not much of a punt there at all. Only about a 17-yard punt. And so Deming's going to get a gift.
Just slipped off the kind of wiggly and over toward us. Bounced out of bounds.
And
so yeah, 49-yard line.
Deming will take back over at their own 49-yard line. 11:43 remaining in the ball game. Lovington holding on to a 9-point lead, 25-16. I said no lead was safe because Deming had a 9-point lead earlier. So now the Lovington version of the Wildcats trying to hold on to that 9-point lead. Something tells me Allison may not be throwing this down. As handing off, oh boy, you could have a horse collar right there. As they hand it off to Pizzato, and he's going to bang forward for 6 yards, but almost a horse collar coming through, and that was just he ducked, and Jose Juarez got him around the collar, so the refs either didn't see it or chose not to call it.
Yeah, you read my mind, took the words out of my mouth a moment ago. I was going to say, with a couple of pickoffs that Lovington has been able to, make points off of, something tells me that Deming is not going to go to the air for a while.
Yeah,
they may surprise us, but I think they're going to keep this on the ground for a while.
11-0 in that third quarter. Twins left, Twins right. Hand it to Pizarro again. He gets a seam up the middle, and he is still on his feet as he crosses the 40, crosses the 35, coming up the near seam and down to the 31-yard line. It'll be 16 yards for Pizarro, who saw the hole and took it and slithered through it, and it is the 11th first down for Deming. They're on the march.
Yeah. Couple of attempted tackles by Lovington there, but they came at him just from the side and didn't have the angle on him to do a wrap and get him down on the ground.
Ball spotted at the 32-yard line officially. First down and 10. Deming trying to take advantage of a bad Lovington punt. to get some of the points on the board back. Twins left, Twins right. Allison is the quarterback. He will hand it off to Martinez, who pushes his way forward past the 25 to the 24-yard line. So that'll be a pickup of 7 for Martinez. He's got 12 carries, 55 yards, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
He was bolstered forward by a good block by Hensley, number 65.
And so now on a 2nd down and 3, Martinez will stay in as the running back on the left shoulder of Allison. Waits on it, and just a quick handoff, and Martinez goes right over the right tackle, flags in on the play. Think we may have a late hit there. So to the 20-yard line, it'll be a 4-yard gain for Martinez. If it stands, we may have unsportsmanlike conduct. We could have a lot of things here. And that one came in after the conclusion of the play. Lovington backing up like they think it's going to be on them, and we will have personal foul face mask on Lovington, so they'll tack that one on to the end of things. Yowza, that's a 15-yarder that'll take them all the way down to the 10-yard line, so half the distance to the goal. So winds up being a 10-yard penalty, 10th penalty of the night for Lovington, 80 yards, and it is 1st and goal now for Deming.
I understand that Lovington defense is playing hard, but you got to kind of wonder, are they really making this many errors? Are they making these?
You got to play smart.
Spotted. Yeah.
So send a man in motion from the right to the left. High snap, it is handled. They will hand it off to Pizarro. Nowhere to go, and he is met immediately and dropped in the backfield. Good job by Lovington to stay home as Kyler Reeves and Patrick Sanchez also coming out of the bottom of the pile. So Martinez going to lose a yard on the play.
Alex got him first, and rather than he kind of let go when he saw Sanchez going lower, because if he had stayed, I think he didn't want to risk a horse collar penalty.
A horse collar, or maybe getting his own bell rung again. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 11. Pizarro the deep back this time. Option pitch look, and they will pitch it to Pizarro. Going the left side, runs into one of his own linemen, and then Lovington will gang tackle him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the option pitch, and now flags fly, and we are going to have another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. Something tells me this one may go the other way, or maybe not. I can't really see what's going on that far side. And it will be personal foul, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Wildcats. Wow, another one on us. We can't buy a penalty right now. That's 11 penalties, and that'll be half the distance to the goal. So just a 5-yard penalty, but still, I think that may wind up being an automatic 1st down. And so that'll put it on the 5-yard line, a half the distance penalty. So they're spotted at the 6. And it will stay 2nd down, looks like. So 2nd and goal from the, nope, it is an automatic 1st down. 13th 1st down for Deming. Nope, they put 2nd back up. Now whatever happens is going to the right side is Pizarro, and he skids down, and no gain on the play. Or did they whistle? Nah, they whistled that one, because I have a feeling Coach Perales is asking, isn't it supposed to be a 1st down? So that play never even happened, because they got to decide what down it is, and I think Coach Perales may be arguing for closer to the goal, too. From the 12-yard line, put it at the 6. That's half the distance, Coach. You don't get 15 when there's only 12 to give.
Line them up at the goalpost.
And they are, and it is an automatic 1st down. I thought it was going to be. I heard somebody holler 1st down. They're still talking about it. So they're still discussing it. I know in the pros and in college it's an automatic 1st down, but I do not know about in high school. So still discussion going on. And they actually counted that play as happening, so no gain for Pizarro. And so now it's a high snap. Pizarro on the direct snap gets it, goes left side. He gets tripped up, and then Kyler Reeves will come and take him out as he crosses the 5 down to the 4-yard line. It's 2 yards for Pizarro, his 11th carry of the night, and now it'll be 4th and goal from the 4. So now it'll be up to the Wildcat D. Can they do it one more time? And it looks like the kicking team may be coming in, which that's not the worst idea in the world if you're Coach Perales.
Right.
Because you've got to get 2 scores in some form, and a field goal would do it. They had a 28-yard field goal earlier. This one would be from 21 off the leg of Allison from the far hash mark. Snap is low, bounces in, going to the left side. The holder is going to wind up with a touchdown, a blown play, and Pizarro will take it home from 4 yards out and cut the Lovington lead to just 6.
Wow, little
Or to just 3.
trickeration and a little trickeration there, and Lovington did not see that coming, and they were so committed with what they were doing that there was no way. They didn't have the mobility to switch and try to go and keep him out of the end zone.
It wasn't a trick play. It was a busted play.
Yeah.
He skipped it in. Pizarro, that was his only choice. Good snap this time as Allison will put that one through, and with 7:47 remaining in the ball game. Nope, did it not go?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it did. Okay, so with 7:47 to go, it is Lovington 25, Deming 23. Don't miss a minute of it. We're back in 30 seconds on KZOR. The Deming Wildcats take advantage of a whole bunch of Lovington penalties, and then a bad punt, and then a botched snap on an attempted field goal turns into a touchdown. The point after is good, and Deming is pulled back to within 2 of Lovington in this battle of the Wildcats. Pizarro with the score there. And this one a longer kickoff, but Lovington had sucked up onto it, expecting the onside. They will get it, and then smartly just diving down after grabbing the football is Patrick's, or is that Sanchez, Don, or is that's Prudencio? So
it was Matt Prudencio.
So Prudencio went on special teams. He'll fall it forward to the 20. So now 7:43 to go. Now it is important. You've got to get a touchdown. You've got to get that score back. You could get a field goal on this possession and force Deming to have to get a touchdown, but you'd feel a lot better with a touchdown. From the 19-yard line, 1st and 10 Wildcats, 7:43 to go in the ball game. Twins left, twins right. High snap, Matthew handles it. Steps up, good protection. Now he's flushed, rolls left, throws left, skips it, and is it complete? Nope, they're going to say incomplete, and it'll be 2nd down and 10. The Lovington receivers these past couple of drives, Don, have had a little trouble getting separation from the defensive
coverage,
backs
from coverage, defensive
Deming,
coverage.
Yeah, so
exactly. Into the 4th quarter. Lovington's got to score on this possession.
Yes, they do, and so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Lovington at their own 19-yard line. The incomplete pass stops the clock at 7:34. Send 3 receivers right, single receiver to the left. Good snap, handed off. Nope, keeping it himself is Ochoa. Sweeps it left side, crosses the 20 to the 21. Only 2 yards over there for Cam. And now it's an important 3rd down and 8. Not a lot of time coming off the clock if you're the Wildcats, and not a lot of real estate eaten up either, as you can feel kind of the collective tension over here in the stands.
The tension is mounting, and the momentum is kind of leaking out a little bit, so Lovington's got to get it back.
So on an important 3rd down and 8, Cats on their own 21-yard line. Clock moves to under 7 minutes. Twins left, twins right. Prudencio checking the play. Now he's going to send a man in motion, waiting on it. Prudencio back to pass, flushed, rolls left, has to jump back out of pressure, fires underneath, and that one is picked off at the 30-yard line. And so the second turnover of the night for the Wildcats. And this is the gift that Deming was waiting for, as they will get the INT, as Julian Bustamante looked like he was the intended receiver there, and a gift handed to Deming, as they'll have just a 29-yard field to work with and just a 2-point deficit.
Just got to get the ball back, shake it loose to do something.
And you can bet that they will not throw the ball a single time.
Yeah, going to be trying to stop the run. That's been for Lovington all year. They got to step up. If there was a time to figure it out, it's now.
Yes, it is. So it'll be a direct snap to Pizarro, and he will just bowl forward over the right guard, and he will take it across the 25 down to the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6 for Pizarro running the offense now. He's got 13 carries, 49 yards. So 2nd down and 4. And they can just burn as much time as they want to. Lovington still with all 3 timeouts. Deming still with 2 of their own. So now they'll spread it out. Pizarro still runs the offense. You got to bet it's just going to be a run. He'll take it. He'll take it right up the gut. Crosses the 20 to the 19-yard line. 4 more yards for Pizarro, and that should give him the first down. And they're going to say he's just a little bit short, so 3 yards officially. So it'll be 3rd down and less than a yard to go. As we are under the halfway point of this 4th quarter, Lovington clinging to a 25-23 lead that was a 9-point lead just moments ago. But some mistakes have hurt. As Pizarro again, he takes the left side. He'll have the first down before he is driven backwards.
He gets some help of his own. I mean, he gets hurt by one of his own guys, number 77 maybe, yeah, Camacho, who was trying to put a tackle on and ended up pushing him back.
Last week this crew blew the whistle, gave him his forward progress, as where last week that crew was just letting him go and go and go until somebody got hurt. So this is a much better crew this week. Fortunately, nobody did get hurt, but as soon as forward momentum was stopped, they blew the whistle. And that's the right call. Twins left, Twins to the right. And I'll get over last week. As Coach Bailey and the coaching staff trying to get the Wildcats up and moving, as Martinez will get it, and he'll take it down to the 15-yard line on the handoff from Allison. It'll be a pickup of 4. Martinez, 15 carries, 62 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and about 6. We click past 8:15. Inside the red zone, Deming trying to come from behind just like Lovington came from behind on them. Twins left, Twins right. As the quarterback, Allison, waits on it. That's Pizarro. Nope, that is Allison. He'll take it to the right side. Tries to cut it back and is knifed down right at the line of scrimmage. He's coming down. That was Kyler Reeves and also Alec Olguin.
Yes.
So no gain on the play for Allison. He's got 4 carries, 22 yards, and it'll be 3rd down and 6.
And Lantern Trevino in there as well.
No, good job by Trevino, seeing some time last couple of games. So now 3rd down and 6. They are in field goal range, but you want to have a shot at stopping that field goal. You don't want to let them move here. They'll get it to Pizarro on the snap. Starts it right, brings it back left. He is knocked down and reaches out and to the 10-yard line. He's going to be just shy of the first down. It'll be a pickup of 5 for Pizarro, who started it right, came back left, and almost got the first down. So now it'll be 4th down and about a yard to go. And it looks like Coach Perales is going to go for it. If I'm him, I think I might try and kick the field goal here. But he's going to go for it. 4th down and 1 from the 10-yard line. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining. And timeout going to be taken as they want to discuss it. 3:10 left on the clock. Deming timeout. Lovington 25, Deming 23, but on the move. Back in 30 seconds on KZOR. The Deming Wildcats take their second timeout of the second half with 3:10 remaining in the ball game. Lovington leading 25-23. So a decision here for Deming. Do you go for it on 4th and 1, or do you kick the field goal and try and go up by 1? And it appears that they will go for it. So it all comes down to the Lovington defense here. They're not going to do anything fancy. You aren't thinking that it's going to be a snap to Paralis. You've got to stop him. It's a low snap. He'll pick it up off the turf, cut it back left, goes right, and then goes into the end zone. Has got the blocks as Paralis takes it 10 yards into the end zone, or pardon me, that's Pizarro into the end zone for his third rushing touchdown of the night. And that will put Deming up by a score of 29-25 with the point after to come.
Well, I thought they actually might try with just needing the one. I thought, if this would be a time for them to really do something different. But then just needing the one, I felt like they would just grind it out and try to just get the first down.
But Lovington has plenty of time on the clock. They will have to have a touchdown. They're down by 4. And they're going to try and make it 6. And a pass attempt for 2 is knocked away at the last moment. But Lovington will still need a touchdown to claim the victory. 29-25, Deming back in the lead. They came back from 9 down. Now they're up by 4. What's going to happen? We'll find out in 30 seconds on KZOR. The Wildcats have a rare INT thrown by Matthew Prudencio, and Deming makes them pay as they take the ball 29 yards into the end zone, capped off by Isaiah Pizarro, his third rushing touchdown of the night from 10 yards out on a 4th down and 1. The 2-point conversion, no good. And on the ensuing kickoff, it's a high end-over-ender. Lovington will pick it up on the bounce. Bring it back across the 20. That is Ochoa, 25. And then out to the 30-yard line before he is brought down by a host of Deming players, including Donovan Westbrook and Anthony Alarcon. And so Lovington with 70 yards to go and under 3 minutes to do it. But they do have all 3 timeouts. You cannot afford silly penalties here, Don Morgan.
No silly penalties, no mistakes. They've got to hang on to the ball, move it forward. They've got to be very sure. They've got to be deliberate, but they can't waste time. And they've got to score. That is just, it's simple.
It's touchdown or loss. It's
exactly.
Win or loss.
They've got just less than 3 minutes to do it. 2:58 on the clock.
Yep, and it's touchdown or bust. So we talked about it. You didn't want it to come down to potentially the last possession of the ball game, but it looks like that may be exactly what we are looking at. And I hate to say this, but for the 3rd straight week, final home game of the regular season for the Wildcats. High snap, throw it over to Ochoa on the wide receiver screen. He's hit, the ball is out, and that'll go back over to Deming.
It looks like Deming's got it.
As it will be a completion to Cam Ochoa. It'll be an 8-yard completion and then a fumble. And so that'll be the 3rd turnover on the Wildcats, and that will give it back to Deming. And so now all they've got to do is get a couple of first downs, and even with the 3 timeouts, there's not much Lovington can do here.
Lovington has to get the ball back. They have to find a way to force a turnover, get the ball back. That's their chance here. That's it.
Each team now with 3 turnovers. And Deming 4 points away and 250 away from claiming the victory and knocking Lovington down, probably out of any chance of a bye in the first round. As the handoff, as here he goes, as Pizarro 13 yards as he started left and then counter-trapped it back to the right and took it through the guards and the tackles and up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards for Pizarro, And that'll be the 15th first down of the ball game for Deming. 83 yards on the ground for Isaiah Pizarro, as that senior running back has made his mark tonight.
Yeah, he's had a good game, and he has made Lovington pay. He's paid them back and then some for getting stopped for that goal line stop earlier, and now he has come roaring back.
So now you're going to come out with twins to the right, a single receiver to the left. I don't think there's any question what they're going to do. They're just going to hand it off. This time Pizarro again, no gain, as Kyler Reeves takes him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and quickly a timeout for Coach Bailey. That is the right move. We'll just keep it right here.
Yeah, got to preserve what time is on the clock there.
Yes, you do. Quick thanks to our friends at Bob's Thriftway, Eastern New Mexico University, Battle Energy, Eunice Pump and Supply, the Miko Companies, Cannon Safety, Man Welding, Lovington Schools, Devon Energy, Western States Insurance, Stone Oilfield Services, First American Bank of Lovington, Lovington Auto Supply Napa, Master Plumbers, Lee County Electric Cooperative, making it possible for us to bring you these games on Z94 KZOR, and of course on the Lovington Sports YouTube channel. They make it to where we don't have to beg you for money or charge you to watch your kids and your teams play. So thank those businesses who support your kids and your teams. So give them a big thank you. And hey, if you need anything that any of those businesses sell or provide, please provide it for them. Of course, we got your Devon Energy post-game report coming up here in just a few minutes. Second down and 10, 2:11 to go. Lovington with 2 timeouts now. And they're going to be pawing at the ball any way they can. Pizarro hands it off to Martinez, and he is hit at the line and stopped. He's actually going to lose a yard on the play. And another quick whistle for the Lovington Wildcats. So now they've got 2 timeouts down. So they've got to get 2 more stops. The thing is, they can only stop the clock 1 more time. Dawn, is it just me, or is the ghost of Yogi Berra in the room? A little deja vu all over again. Didn't we see this script last week?
And before that too. I mean, yes, you made a point of when these cats have different things in different games, but some lack of execution, some penalties at bad times. It's come down just like we said it would, and we didn't want it to, but it has happened the last couple of games, especially last week, and almost the same, the same scenario.
And just a quick note for you, Lovington has been flagged 11 times for 85 yards. Deming only flagged 4 times for 40.
I just have to wonder, are they really playing that? Are they really? Have they really earned and deserved those penalties? That's what
some I would say yes, some I would say no. So now with 2:06 to go in the ball game, second down and 11, as that'll be Allison. He's going to point everything out. I don't think there's any question. He's just going to hand the ball to Martinez. He'll send a man in motion. They fake it to the motion man. Allison will keep it himself. Goes left side. Gets a yard and is stopped as Lovington stayed at home on that one. And the third and final timeout is taken. Allison 5 carries, 23 yards. So let's go ahead and take this one with them. 2 minutes exactly remaining. We're back in 30 seconds on KZOR. Lovington trails by 4. The Wildcats have taken their third and final timeout. Exactly 2 minutes left on the clock. It'll be a 4th down and 11 for Deming, leading this one 29-25. Dawn Morgan field side. I'm TJ Miracle. Braden Cooper running the camera tonight. Manny V back in studio engineering and producing. So 4th down and 11. The Cats need to get the stop right here to have any shot at this one. Exactly 2 minutes to go. Pizarro looks like he will run the quarterback position this time. High snap, he'll handle it. He's back. He will just quick kick it away, and that's just kind of an oopsie little punt that'll wind up being about a 3-yard punt. And so Lovington with the turnover that winds up not completely hurting them, other than now they have absolutely 0 timeouts to work with, and they've got to go 72 yards in 1:52 with no timeouts.
This is a real challenge and a real test for them, for the offense, the offensive line. They've got to have their execution has to be perfect.
They've got time to run probably 15 plays. And each one of those 15, you're going to have to chop off about 7-8 yards, or you are not going to get to the end zone in time. Twins left, Twins to the right. Prudencio, good snap, handles it, good protection, fires left side, has a man, and Sanchez will have it out at the 39-yard line and then tippy-toe out of bounds. 11 yards to Patrick and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
Off to a good start here.
51 receiving yards and a touchdown tonight for Patrick Sanchez. 194 through the air for Prudencio. 12th first down of the night for Lovington. From their own 39-yard line, 1:49 remaining in the ball game. It is touchdown or bust for the Wildcats. Prudencio with it. Matthew flushed, rolls left, fires high, and just fires into the bench, and that's the right move. Incomplete. As more whistles sound on the field. As we do have some laundry on the field, maybe.
Well, he did have Patrick Sanchez in the neighborhood. So.
Yeah, I can't imagine. As Coach Perales is going to say intentional grounding. And it will be holding on Lovington. Ouch, there's another one. 95 penalty yards, 12 penalties against the Wildcats. I think, and this is maybe just be me, Don, they've had the most success when they have just done the little quick outs. Get it to Gutierrez, get it to Alec, get it to Elijah. Just throw it in the flat and let them run. I think that's your best bet. I think it's your only choice here. Because every time you try to take a longer developing play, you seem to get a holding penalty here lately.
Right.
So it'll be first down and 20. Not that it really matters at this point. With 1:42 to go. 3 receivers left, single receiver right. Fake the handoff. Prudencio pressured. Throws it, and that one will be incomplete. So now it'll be second down and 20 for the Wildcats. They've got to get it all the way back to just shy of midfield for the first down.
So much pressure, so much tension, and but one play, and the right play in the end zone, and all is forgiven. All is possible there.
All is forgotten and forgiven at that point. You are right, at least till you start watching film tomorrow. 4 receivers set, fire, complete, and that one will be to Sanchez again, as he's going to get 12 of them back. So 12 yards to Patrick on that left side, and he steps out. That'll be, quick math is never my strong suit, 216 yards for Matthew Prudencio, but now it is third down and 7.
A minute 30 left.
90 seconds left on the clock. Lovington still on the wrong side of midfield and trailing by 4. Twins to the left, Twins to the right. Matthew with it. Prudencio fires left side again, and having to dive out to get that one is Sanchez again, and he will have enough for the first down. Needed 7, gets 9, and move the chains. First down, Lovington.
And only a few seconds off the clock. 8 seconds came off the clock with that.
That's the important thing. So quick, hurry up offense. Fired across the middle. Get it to Gutierrez at the 40. He is driven backwards. He'll have the first down, 11 yards before he is knocked down. But Lovington needs to get up there and spike the ball quickly.
As here comes, that's it. Minute 12.
And so they are going to have to spike it quickly. And they will get it, and nope, they're going to go for it, and they will fire that across the middle again to Gutierrez. He only gets about 7 this time. So 243 yards. Gutierrez says Lovington needs to move. Second down and 3, 52 seconds to go. Cats on the march, back to pass, fire, far sideline, complete. Sanchez with it, 10 yards for Sanchez that time, and move the chains. First down, Wildcats.
To 45 seconds now.
So you got a little time to breathe now because you got out of bounds. It will stop the clock. So Lovington from the 25-yard line. First down and 10. On the move, it is touchdown or loss. Back to pass. Throw it onto that side again, and they're going to say incomplete that time.
Yeah, he was out of bounds. He was sliding to try to scoop it up, but he was out of bounds by the time he got that.
It's all right. It preserves some time on the clock. Incomplete. Lets me catch my book up.
39 seconds left to go now as Ochoa goes in, and I didn't see who came out. Olguin, Gutierrez, and Rivera are all out there, and Ochoa.
And so you're going to put two
Probably Sanchez who came out.
Twins left, twins to the right. Send a man in motion left to right. Rolling to the right side and looking to pass as throwing it underneath. Complete at the 10 to Rivero. He'll get it down to the 10-yard line, 14 yards to Elijah.
6-yard line. 11-yard line, sorry.
He's got 26 yards, and so clock another 11 onto it. That's 2:64, and now it'll be first down and 10. Throw it to the left side and stepping
Rivero.
out of bounds, and that'll stop the clock for Rivero, but flags on the play. I think they jumped. As a lot of folks not happy about the refs. Braden seems to think it's an offsides on Deming. I certainly hope so.
Yes, they're going to mark it. Looks like they're marking it off against Deming.
So let's see if it is against Deming. It would just be their 5th penalty of the night.
They're talking.
False start Lovington, I have a feeling they're going to say.
Yeah, they're talking, and one of the refs is holding it, looking like he's going to mark it off against Lovington. Yes, he is.
False start against Lovington. That'll be the 13th penalty for 100 yards against the Wildcats. So first and 15, but you've only got 25 seconds to go. Moves the ball out to about the 17-yard line. So Lovington is going to have to move and move fast. Can they find the end zone with 25 seconds to go? This is actually not bad. It gives them a little more room to work with. So send a man in motion from the right to the left, and we'll have more whistles, and timeout going to be taken by Deming. 19 seconds to go. We'll just keep this one right here. So they are giving us something to watch. You cannot complain about the price of admission tonight, no matter which team you happen to be pulling for.
No, I mean this.
It has been
really
a back and forth affair, to be sure.
Some of the fans are calling for saying that more time should have been put back on the clock for some reason. I don't know that that's true. Just the fans are griping about that. Griping about a lot of things, of course, as you would expect.
I think the timing has been pretty tight, and you get a little hometown timing, but I think it's been, and we certainly saw it last week, but I think this one's been pretty tight. Yeah. There may have been a second here or there, but hadn't been anything real blatant. In my opinion. Now, if you're a Deming fan watching, you may think that this game should have been over 45 minutes ago, but. Or actually about 25 minutes ago, because 45 minutes ago, Lovington was still up by 9.
All right, so Deming, I think also trying to cool
and that was Deming's final timeout. So both teams out of timeouts now. First and 15 from the 17-yard line. Touchdown or bust for Lovington. Prudencio steps up, fires back of the end zone, and overthrows his intended target.
Rivero
was trying to get Rivero incomplete.
But still 13 seconds on the clock.
So you've got time. You can get to the sideline, but you've either got to go to the end zone or you've got to go sideline to sideline here.
Yeah, got to either put it in the end zone or get it in somebody's hands so they can step out quickly and stop the clock.
Yep.
Reserve a little time to get a couple plays.
13 seconds to go. Third game in a row. We are looking at last-ditch effort. Last play of the ball game, wins it or loses it. Twins left, Twins right. High snap. Handled, fired, near sideline, and
Rivero
complete to Rivero, and he's going to be out across the 10, down about the 7-yard line. 10 yards to Elijah.
Yeah. Nice job, as he knew. He turned around, stepped, and immediately got out of bounds, and that's exactly what they're spotting at. Nose on the 7.
8 seconds to go. You've got 3rd down and 5. Not that it really matters. You've only got 8 seconds left on the clock. You've got 2 shots at the end zone. You might be able to take one to the sideline, but it doesn't to get the first down. So you've got to get to the end zone. Look for Sanchez on the left side. Waiting on it. Send a man in motion. Pump fake, going back corner, and in and out of the hands of Elijah Rivero, and the Cat faithful wanting the PI. They are not going to get it, as they're going to say good defense by Anthony Munoz. And so now it is touchdown time for the Wildcats. Last play of the game, 4th down, but it does not matter. You're at the 7-yard line. It is touchdown or bust for Lovington on this play.
4 seconds on the clock.
It all comes down to this. 29, Deming, 25, Lovington. From the 7-yard line, trips left, single receiver right. With it, fire it, and knocked away as time expires, and the Deming Wildcats will improve to 7-2 on the season, 4-2 in district as whistles sound.
It was batted away by Anthony Munoz. But there should be 1 second on the clock is what they're saying.
That really won't matter because it'll go over to Deming, first down.
Right.
And I was hoping for a flag on the play, not going to get it, but they are going to say 1 second left on the clock. So they will put 1 second on the clock, and Deming, nope, they're going to say that's it. And so the Wildcats, for the 4th consecutive week, after winning the first 5 of the season, have now dropped the next 4. And that will pretty much end their hopes of getting a home or at least a bye in the first round. We got a lot to talk about. Don't go anywhere as your Devon Energy postgame report. Bob's Thriftway Coaches Conversation on the way. Wildcat football continues in a moment here on Z94 KZOR. And welcome back to Wildcat Stadium as Deming knocks off Lovington in the 4-5 battle tonight. 5 knocking off 4, 29-25. A thrilling ending, not the one the Lovington Wildcats wanted, but the Deming Wildcats very happy as they will improve to 7-2 on the year, 4-2 in district. Our final numbers in this one for Deming, their quarterbacks go a combined 2 of 7 for 24 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 interceptions, but it was on the ground where they did their damage. Isaiah Pizzato, 19 carries, 83 yards, and 2 make that 3 rushing touchdowns. Ryan Alfaro, 5 carries, 61 yards, including a touchdown before he went out injured. Isaac Martinez, 16 carries, 61 yards, and Max Allison, 5 carries for 23 yards. 24 through the air, 228 on the ground, 252 total for Deming. Here's where things really start standing out. They were only flagged 4 times tonight for a total of 40 yards. Yeah, just a total of 40 yards. They had 15 first downs in the ball game. Got 3 points in the first, 13 in the second, none in the third, and 13 in the fourth. That gets them to their 29 on the board. For your Lovington Wildcats, Matthew Prudencio tonight goes 24 of 40 for 274 yards, 2 touchdowns, but an interception that really hurts him late. Leading receiver tonight, Patrick Sanchez, 8 catches for 82 yards and a touchdown. Jaden Gutierrez, 5 catches, 76 yards, including a 32-yard touchdown. Alec Olguin, 4 catches, 50 yards tonight. Elijah Rivero, 3 catches, 36 yards tonight. And the running backs, Cardenas and Ochoa, combined for 3 catches and 23 yards. Dallas Cardenas with the rough running on the ground, 12 carries, 66 yards, including a rushing touchdown. Cam Ochoa, 7 carries, 34 yards. Olguin with a carry for 4 yards. Prudencio just 1 quarterback keeper for 9 yards. And Jaden Gutierrez, 1 carry for 6 yards. Lovington goes 274 through the air, 119 on the ground. Almost 400 yards for Lovington, 393 total. So they win the yardage battle by 150 yards nearly. But they definitely lose the penalty battle. They were flagged 13 times for 100 yards. They also had 15 first downs in the ball game for Lovington. They get 7 in the first, 7 in the second, 11 in the third, but are shut out in the fourth and deciding quarter, and they fall tonight by a final of 29-25. So I think you can probably put paid to a bye week. There's no way now because of the way they will take the seeds. Artesia or Roswell High will probably be number 1. Whichever one in 1 will probably be 2. You're probably looking at Gadsden 3, Gadsden or Deming 3, depending on who wins their matchup next week. And then the champion of the Northern District will be 4. So now Lovington, you've got to make the trip down to Santa Teresa next week, and that becomes a must-win game. And even though Santa Teresa is, I would bet after tonight, going to be 1-8, you don't want to overlook any team on their home turf last game of the year with nothing left to lose. I think it's safe Lovington will be in the playoffs, but now the question is, are you going to even manage to get a home game? Are you going to get in the first round? You won't get a bye. Will you be 5, 6, 7, or 8? And, Lovington is in the playoffs. The question is 5, 6, 7, or 8, or if the near unthinkable were to happen, you would still get in, but you'd probably be 11 or 12, and you don't want to be facing that in the first round of the playoffs for sure. So 4 straight losses for the Cats as Gadsden right now beating Santa Teresa 19-0. Thank you very much, Braden, as we await our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation. I know Coach Bailey probably not going to be a real happy man tonight, but they played a heck of a game. So Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation.
We can do this real quick.
Okay, okay, all right. They are going to recognize seniors, but we're going to have a quick conversation. Very much, Coach, again. Did so many good things in this game. You guys had more offensive yardage by 150 over these guys. You just had a couple mistakes, penalties, turnovers at bad times. And Deming had 4 penalties, 40 yards. That was it. So pointing out some things that maybe were differences in the game. But what do you think made the big difference in this game?
Well, I think you talked about it. We got to take care of the football, be penalized, and we just have to be opportunistic. we're right now currently finding ways to lose instead of finding ways to win. And it's unfortunate because they're working so hard, and they're trying so hard to be fearless and do things the right way. But right now we're just kind of caught in a slump, and I still 100% believe that this team's capable of doing some special things. We just got if we start making it bounce our way. We have to make it bounce our way. I think we're kind of reactive instead of proactive right now, and that's on me. That's on me at the end of the day.
Okay.
We got to figure it out.
Yeah, you guys still 5-4. You're still a winning season. You're headed for the playoffs. It's just a matter of the next game. Of course, kind of becomes a must-win for you against Santa Teresa. And again, they're bottom of the district, but you can't afford to take anybody for granted.
No, ma'am. No. At this point right now, we need to get together and find a way to win a football game. That's what we got to do.
Make opportunities, take them, don't lose them.
Yeah, we've got to make it happen. And I know I just said that again, but we can't wait around for somebody else to make the play. Or God, we had some kids make some plays tonight, though. I'm so proud of I'm so proud of everybody. Just little things where it didn't bounce our way, and we got to start making it bounce our way.
All right. I like the fact that you stay strong, no excuses, but moving forward, we focus on the positive. Find the winner inside of everybody, make it happen, and we'll be with you. And I know that they will make it happen next week.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right,
good luck,
our Bob's Thriftway coaches conversation tonight as we prepare to recognize the seniors on this squad. A lot of great seniors who hopefully will have one more home game in the playoffs. So we will go ahead and wrap up your Devon Energy post-game report. The Cats falling for the fourth straight week, dropping to Deming tonight 29-25. For Evie Stuber, keeping an eye and an ear on everything back at One Radio Square. For Braden Cooper, our camera operator tonight. For Manny V, engineering and producing, back on Z94 KZOR. For Don Morgan, I'm TJ Miracle saying goodnight and so long. This has been an exclusive presentation of New Walmart Digital and KZOR Sports. Have a great weekend, everybody. Good night.